You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
Could we rise again as a nation?
What do you mean, could we rise again as a nation?
Okay, because the state of the country.
What do you mean by the state of the country? I don't understand that. Explain me.
Right, the country have plenty money.
Plenty money?
Yeah.
How you know that? So you have to tell me I have a child. Tell me now. How you know that? Gentlemen, thank you for the day. I can't really understand that.
Oh mama, oh yo, my nation is giving prophecy unfolding, judgment incoming. I love you still, mommy. When will it end? Tell me, how did we come this way? Oh my Trinidad and Tobago. Whilst the nation still hope and pray, the devil busy, I say. Oh my Trinidad and Tobago. Oh no, I'm feeling the pain for you, mama. Revelation strikes at your corner. Still we are holding on. Your children have lost their way, fighting for survival each day. Oh no, going from dawn till dawn. What is happening to my country? Every day is a sacrifice. Blood flowing like water daily. Lives could be lost at any price. The anthem is now a whisper. Some don't care to stand when it plays. The lawless is now in control, so the good folks going away. Oh, my Trinity, strange signs all around we are. The hills are alive in a different way. Your babies are dying, brutally I'm seeing here. Would we rise again from what may? Yeah. Oh, the mighty dollar, now cast a spell of uncertainty. Oh, my Trinidad and Tobago. You see, when the rich is getting richer, the poor must remain empty. Oh, my Trinidad. Know that error. I say, oh no, people balling for pain and hunger, inflation, cost of living higher. Can't get no daily bread. So the youth them on top the hill, somehow their bread basket to fill. Oh no, so they turn to crime instead. The arms of the state disappointed, still their salaries are daunted. Large increase in the fiscal budget, oil money reach a all-time high. Do buy no jet for so much of money when the hospitals are in need. Poor people at everyone's mercy, so the hill reacting indeed. Oh no, yeah, the people cry, yeah. The hills are alive in a different way. Them who take in we money must pay for it dearly one day. Could we rise again come what may? Yeah. How could we truly excel in the midst of all this suffering? Oh my Trinidad. No. Tell me, like Shadow said, poverty is hell. So it seems like the devil is king. Oh my Trinidad. No. Cocaine and guns in the heart of the ghetto is what we sow, we shall reap tomorrow. Who are we going to blame? Even school children doing crime, well, that is a sign of the time. Oh, my lord, have we now gone insane? Whilst we kill, we own one by one. Skyscrapers going up in town. Chinese laborers at the core. This new city some shall see no more. So we have to hold on to CPEP 10 days and must to get along. Scraping the bottom of the barrel with all this money in town. Oh yeah, my Lord, the hills are alive in a different way. You have to do more for the people. Better wages to ease the struggle. Yeah. Could we rise again come what may? Yeah. In this abundance of wealth, still the poor people cannot cope. Oh my Trinidad and Tobago, it is a stark reality. So much of even a hope. Oh my Trinidad, and Tobago, oh my, oh no. Some turn to vagrants in the city, homeless children begging have mercy, Lord. Child abuse have risen again. Look like Jean and Dinah come back in tongue. The girls and them singing the song. To survive by any means necessary, dignity gone down the drain. Some say the leaders have failed to do right for one and for all. When there is an imbalance of the scale, then the writing is on the wall. If you ignore the plight of the people, well, the devil shall intervene. It's only divine intervention. I hope you know what I mean. Well, is it true that God is a Trinity with all these crimes in sweet La Trinity? No. The hills are alive in a different way.
Population go, run control, girl control.
And is it true we have all this money in this land of so much poverty? No. The Lord is my shepherd, come what may, yeah. To you the powers that be, hear the cries of the people you see.
Keep me as the apple of thine eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wing. O Lord, my Savior. It's so hard to deal with personal struggle. So sad when you feel alone in your trouble. It's real hard when you want to talk to a brother. It's so bad because of how some look at you after. So Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Cover my head. Satan want me dead. Cover my back from human attack. So Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. People see you smile, but don't know the hurt that you're feeling. Even as God's child, at times your heart does be bleeding. Where can you go when you're really looking for healing? Who know how to flow when your soul needs some restoring? So Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Cover me home from evils unknown. Cover my feet so I'll never retreat. Oh Lord, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Cover my brother, cover my sister, them who under pressure. Cover the preacher, every church worker, the young believer. Cover the worship leader and intercessor, every gospel minister. Cover. Jesus alone is the one who has the real answer. The one on the throne is the true and loving Father. you from going under. He will make you stand and let you know he's a fixer. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me, man. You know the struggle sometimes. Cover me out, that the wrong thing wouldn't come out. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover the Christian in the midst of aggression with the power of your right hand. Jesus, cover, cover, cover them helpless children. Jesus, defend them. Send help from heaven. Jesus, cover, cover, cover all them radio stations that blessing the nation. Grant divine protection. Jesus, cover, 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 cover me, cover me.
Truer words were never spoken. The less you associate with some people, the more your life will improve. Anytime you tolerate mediocrity in others, it increases your mediocrity. An important attribute in successful people is their impatience with negative thinking and negative acting people. As you grow, your associates will change. Some of your friends will not want you to go on. They will want you to stay where they are. Friends that don't help you climb will want you to crawl. Your friends will stretch your vision or choke your dream. Those that don't increase you will eventually decrease you. Consider this. Never receive counsel from unproductive people. Never discuss your problems with someone incapable of contributing to the solution, because those who never succeed themselves are always first to tell you how. Not everyone has a right to speak into your life. You are certain to get the worst of the bargain when you exchange ideas with the wrong person. Don't follow anyone who's not going anywhere. With some people you spend an evening. With others, you invest it. Be careful where you stop to inquire for directions along the road of life. Wise is the person who fortifies his life with the right friendships. If you run with wolves, you will learn how to howl. But if you associate with eagles, you will learn how to soar to great heights. A mirror reflects a man's face, but what he is really like is shown by the kind of friends he chooses. The simple but true fact of life is that you become like those with whom you closely associate, for the good and the bad. Note, be not mistaken. This is applicable to family as well as friends. Yes, do love, appreciate, and be thankful for your family, for they will always be your family, no matter what. Just know that they are human first, and though they are family to you, they may be a friend to someone else and will fit somewhere in the criteria above. In prosperity, our friends know us. In adversity, we know our friends. Never make someone a priority when you are only an option for them. If you are going to achieve excellence in big things, you develop the habit in little matters. Excellence is not an exception. It is a prevailing attitude.
Let me say a special hello to all the WZYE 95.9 FM listeners. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, it's in the village with yours truly, Professor Wall Street and Uncle Tommy and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, as you get in the village, do your civic duty. Yeah, we all want a civic duty. Share the live, share the live, share the live. WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. Like us on Facebook. Share the live. Subscribe. WZYE TV on YouTube. And we are on our way to 20,000 subscribers. As Mr. Intellectual say, by the end of July, we should be at 20,000 subscribers. Yeah? Of course, ladies and gentlemen, you know how we started thing here in the village on WZYE 95.9 FM. Let's go.
It have our place, WZYE, where they treat you like friends and family. So if you're looking for a place to belong, going WZYE, you could come along. If you have haste, do come with me. We do have dad on WZYE, Santa Meditate.
Have it. The love doctor himself, Dr. Rennie Muhammad. Yeah.
Welcome to WZYE TV 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. And on Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. on Let's Talk Politics. Like, share and subscribe to keep up to date with reality affecting your life, and as we always say, we bring the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
And that's what we do here, ladies and gentlemen. We bring you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
You're tuned to WZYE, the heartbeat of unfiltered truth. We're more than a station, we're a movement. Grounded in facts, driven by integrity, committed to progress. We don't chase headlines, we create them. Decoding politics and current affairs to question power, not cozy up to it. From Laventille to Scarborough, whether you're in your living room or your commute, this is where perspectives collide, divides dissolve, and tomorrow's conversations start today. WZYE, we originate, not imitate.
And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I'd asked Tommy, who come up with that, boy? We originate, we don't imitate. yeah. You know, correct is right, you know. We originate, we don't imitate. Yeah, that's absolutely 100% correct. But folks, this is to just show you how we originate and we don't imitate. Yeah? We tell you, we bring you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. We don't just talk it and just say it, but we also put it in audio to you, the people of Trinidad and Tobago.
Ansam LeBon and Marshall Nesbitt solemnly swear to conduct this radio program in a true, fair, and balanced manner, ensuring that all perspectives are given equal consideration and that the information presented is objective and unbiased. We pledge to provide a platform where diverse voices can be heard, fostering open and constructive dialogue that serves the best interests of our audience and community. Our commitment is to uphold the principles of journalistic integrity and ethical broadcasting throughout the duration of this program. Thank you.
And we live by that, ladies and gentlemen. Let me bring in my pal, the man himself, the young man, the one and only, the man from Silibia, Salibe, Marabella, Palaseco, Gasparillo, Toko,
Arima,
all over the country. Where again?
New Jersey.
New Jersey. Where again? The traveling man, Uncle Tommy. I'll leave it at that. Tommy, welcome.
Thank you for welcoming me, and it's a pleasure to be here with you. How are you doing today?
I'm doing marvelous, splendiferous, tremendous, wonderfulicious, spectacular, and splentastic. Tommy, but I never hear you ever say, he from Chumacac, he from Laventille, he from Mova, he from Passy Street, he from Old St. Joseph Road, he from close to the Beatum, he close to the landfill. I never hear you say all them things about me.
Well, what's important to me is where you're heading.
Oh. You know somebody tell me I just underestimate my abilities. A high person, a highfalutin person. She say, you know, answer me, you know, underestimate yourself. And you know what other people say? Other people that say, wait this boy? I have a big ego. Yeah. People that say I have a big ego. I want to tell me that. I just tell them, don't let my confidence interfere with their insecurity. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you loud and clear.
Yeah.
But I think you're heading for greatness, and that's most important.
Yeah. I coming out at you, Macaque. I very, 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 very happy. You know, but Tommy, today, I'm not in a good mood today.
Why?
When is black PNM people gonna wake up and stop pushing race, Tommy? When?
I think people who suffer from myopia will be in that frame of mind forever.
Wait, Tommy, myopia, boy, Tommy, that's a big word, you know. You think them gonna understand that?
Well, they'll have to look it up.
Let them look it up. Let them look it up. You know, for me, we're gonna have TAMEIKA and XHAIDEN, Darius in here at the top of the hour. And somebody sent me a video, I think it's Bitcoin, with the pastor with the internet search engine, right? The PNM pastor. And I hope, does that pastor have a son, Tommy? I'm asking, I don't know.
Well, I don't know. I wouldn't even go. I wouldn't even bother to even go there. If
No,
he
but I'm
does,
asking a question. Does he have a son?
I don't know. Someone in the chat will have to
Yeah,
inform
someone
me.
in the chat. When the PNM activists trying to push a racial agenda, it's race to the rum shop, race to the store, race to the labas, you know, race to opposition. It's only race with the PNM, right? And they're trying to push this racial agenda with this situation here and trying to make the UNC out like the UNC is a racial party. When the racial party is the PNM. Me and no qualms to say that.
Well,
The PNM don't like black people.
Dr. Job wrote a book called Race to the Polls.
Yes. The People's National Movement don't like black people. The only time them like black people is when an election comes. A local election, a by-election, a thief election, a corruption election, a general election. Anytime an election comes, that is when the PNM love black people. We love you, so we take great care of you. All we want you to do is to come and vote for us. And after the vote, we go wait till Christmas and we go get your hamper. And you sit down in the corner and cool it. Take that and cool it. Who sing that song? Take that and cool it. Somebody sing that song. Yeah, anyway, we go get it. That is the PNM. They don't like black people. You don't want to go realize that. And all your studio was a PNM, eh? I mean, I'm comes to say that. I was a PNM.
So was I at one point.
Well, Tommy, I want to talk for you. I want to talk for you. I want you to talk for yourself.
So was I at one point. But I come to realize it makes no sense aligning yourself with negativity.
Why do I align myself with a set of people, black people, who not for the black people who putting them in power, them only for other people, right? And pastor with the internet search engine, stop your evil and wickedness, eh? Stop it, eh? All right? You see that video you put out there, pastor with the internet search engine name? I have the whole video, right? You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed. You have a son. Tommy, I know you have a son. You have a son. You would like people to do that about your son, pastor with the internet search engine? Eh? And that's what you're doing, and you call yourself a pastor? Or you should be ashamed of all yourself. That's
well,
like, go ahead.
Marvel told us what their mission was, you know, yes. So.
Thank you. Thank you. Let me play. Let me play. This is what the mission.
Everything is aligned to that mission.
Listen, this is what Marvel admitted. This is Marvelous. This is not Wall Street or Uncle Tommy. You know, this is what Marvel said. So when we listen to the pastor with the internet search engine, and the next one who had to pay $500,000. You hear what I want, Tommy? And next one had to pay $500,000, you know?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we go play that too. Like, you know, like, them just like to lose, you know. They take a case with CPEP, 24 hours the case crumble. 24 hours. Tommy, you know when you go up, climb up on a mango tree or a tree to see 24 hours? You know, the PNM have a 14 hours too. Go in Bali's house, or you go see a tree. If you go up in that tree, you go see some 14 hours. Because 24 hours ain't going on. Them ain't going on there. Only 14 hours.
All right.
Listen, as Tommy said, listen to the man for yourself. Listen.
That the PNM has found itself in, as the gentleman would have said rightly. Dr. Eric Williams, many years ago, said that every single member of the PNM is a propagandist of the PNM. And one of the first things I will do as your new chairman is to ensure that the propagandists of the PNM must be deployed on every nook and every cranny of this country. And we will chase them away on social media, and that the gospel of the PNM must be known to every single citizen of this country.
So the pastor of the internet search engine, he taking his cue from Marvelous Marva.
That's right.
To put out propaganda. He's a propagandist. And I go fact check him. And I go put it out on social media. And I don't know when I put it out, I'll get plenty views there, plenty views. Yeah. So, pastor of the internet search engine, we go fact check you again. Eh? You should be ashamed of yourself. You remember sometime you had said your son come to you and tell you something? I hope your son come to you and tell you something again. Daddy, please don't do that, Daddy. That don't look good. It doesn't look good. No, it doesn't look good. But anyway, let me go to the chat. Hey, think back to normal, Tommy. The intellectual was first then?
Yeah, he was first then today.
Yeah. He put things back in order. He lick up Wolfgang and he lick up Caribbean Soul. Yeah, blessed evening, Pro Uncle T and all villagers. Hope you all having a transformative Tuesday full of all of God's tremendous blessings. Yeah, man. If these UNC people continue like this, it will have anything to do after the next 2 years. you know, and Mr. Intellectual is true, you know. If them continue to do that, Tommy, the Prime Minister of St. Vincent sent congratulations to Prime Minister Kamala Prasad-Bissessa. And he also talked about the Minister of Foreign Affairs in a very, very positive light. So we in Trinidad, or not we, the PNM in Trinidad, trying to make all kind of kucho. Where Kamala? She working. That's where she is. She working. What, how much of them things we get from India? 15? There's 15 of them things, Tommy? There's 15 we get? Yeah, about
15, 15 15 commitments they made.
Yeah, 15.
Yeah, but before you go on, just a reminder to people of propaganda and propagandists, what a propagandist does, so that they are not mistaken. Because I saw somebody put some misleading information in the chat about what a propagandist does, trying to put a spin that is something positive. But
I can tell you who that is. That has to be PNM Fox.
Yes, but propaganda is what a propagandist works with or on. And propaganda is information, especially of a biased or misleading nature, used to promote a political cause or point of view. So again, it's biased or misleading, the information that they are going to be spewing. keep that in mind, all of those who hear what Marvelous Marva had to say. That he is promoting misleading or biased information. Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Correct is right, Tommy. Or they put that in all your pipe and smoke it. Right? That is not the 4 trees or they get in all your house or in all your yard. Right? We ain't talk about that. Yeah?
No.
Let me go back to the chat. Mr. Intellectual says, I'm waiting to see police start to do their work. I'm waiting to see the new COP on the front line. Ms. Santa Cruz, welcome. Ms. Santa Cruz abandoned me last night for the UNC chat, but we okay with that, Ms. Santa Cruz. We ain't hold that against you.
No, can't hold that
against It's one love still, Ms. Santa Cruz.
one love, not two, just one.
All of we is one family. All of we. Who sang that song to me?
Nello.
Mello? All right.
Nello.
All of you is one family. Yeah,
Nelson.
Good night to my friends on the village and chat. Susan Lalchan, good night. Good night, Wall Street and Uncle Tommy.
Same to you, Sue.
Good evening. Susan says good evening. Anna, Hanif, blessings to you. Volsang, who you beat? You beat Caribbean Soul. like they take a Caribbean Soul phone boy. He coming in kind of late. Tommy, you know we had a fella used to be here where they used to move his phone from him.
Uh-huh.
But you know, Tommy, I have a concern, eh? Here's my
What's
concern.
that?
We haven't heard from Miss Atlanta in a while.
You haven't.
And the last time we had a discussion, somehow it came to my attention that Miss Georgia was kind of interfering with her phone. I'll put it that way. Interfering. You know what I mean? And she haven't called in a long time now, but you know, I'm not trying to get in no family business. I'm not getting in no family business. I stay out of people's business. So I just, it's a little thing I hear. So Justin, welcome. UNC and proud.
Good night, Professor and Uncle Tony.
Good night.
And all the listeners. Professor, I will preach the propagandists of the PNM because $600 billion was spent, right?
Yeah.
And it is invisible money. So Mr. Ralph Gonzalez is right because that had to be monopoly money because it disappeared. It had no value, no way in Trinidad. Then $145 billion borrowed to make up the supplement for the shortfall of the budget. And nobody else see where that money is still pending to pay in loans. And then the propagandists and the sell out state assets for we friends and financiers to buy it in the name of buying it to say we're running the country. And we suffer the supporters for over the years, for 10 years. We tell them wait for the next 2 years. So that is the propagandists.
Yeah.
But you see, when they drive it in mud, in America, they have mud and snow tires, and they have dry season tires. But in Trinidad here, we have one set of tires, and when it has mud, they slip in. Because Penny can't say she's a leader, right? And they're for country. Because you had a visiting prime minister of a GDP over $4 trillion US. That is their GDP. The consumption is over $1 trillion in consumption. And they buy things from the world. They sell things to the world. And you telling me you want to run this country and you want to be part of the democracy and the running of the country? PNM don't really care. They don't care. So I will ask Tiotion on your program tonight. Tiotion, big man like you, ain't always 6 million, always 6 billion. When I used to ask on the other shows and them, where is the money from NGL, the national company? Where it is? and you can tell me what went on with the money, and you put a set of debt on the book, and yet still, when you take a note to your cabinet, it's 6 million, and then you make an error, it's 6 billion. So all keep keeping it, you say it plain now without any fear or contradiction. That all thief for the money, because if you can't see where 650 million US dollars in this country pass, and you're seeing it, something has to be, and all why it is India never take a day off. Have a good night. I'll call back again.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much.
That the PNM has found itself in, as the gentleman would have said rightly. Dr. Eric Williams, many years ago, said that every single member of the PNM is a propagandist of the PNM. And one of the first things I will do as your new chairman is to ensure that the propagandists of the PNM must be deployed on every nook and every cranny of this country, and we will chase them away on social media, and that the gospel of the PNM must be known to every single citizen of this country.
So I just want you all to know, when you all listen to the PNM activists and them, they are all coming with not facts, fiction and propaganda. All of them, all of them. And don't even waste your time to listen to Penelope Week Beckles and them. Don't even waste your time. Yeah? Because that is what they are coming with. They ain't coming with no facts, you know. No facts. Yeah? They ain't coming with no facts. But let me go back to the chat real quick here. Suzanne Lalchan says, good night, Wall Street and Uncle Tommy. Yeah, Volsang. You beat Caribbean Soul. Volsang, good evening, Walls, Uncle Tommy. Bring me fire when you're coming. Okay. Volsang, good evening to you. Hanif, good evening to you. The young one dropped Asina on me yesterday. Hey, boy, Asina, boy, yeah, boy. Boy, I'm still recovering. You were missing in action. But last guess, you were battling elsewhere. Ram Narayan, welcome. I was calling by you last.
Hello, good night.
Good night.
Professor Wall Street and Uncle Tom. A very good night to you all.
Same to you.
You know what I want to say? You know, Marvin Gonzalez come just like the president. Remember the president said, preach the gospel of the PNM in every church, every temple, every mosque, every house, every corner of Trinidad and Tobago.
Correct is right.
He come just like the president.
Yeah.
You know, he want to preach the PNM Bible all over Trinidad. Why don't go home and preach it in the house? You know, he lucky when he sleep, and when he sleep about 4 or 5 vote. You see? These guys have nothing better to talk about. Next one, we take 1 cent penny. She don't have better things to talk besides, oh, the government not doing nothing about crime. She forget, she has short-term memory, that she forget that 10 years PNM was there, and how many murders there was in 10 years. Eh?
You think it's easy? Yeah?
He had murders all on his doorstep. You know, really, man. And she's still talking. I don't know why these people don't want to rest themselves. You know, and take a rest and try to collect their memory and do something else.
Yep.
And the next one, Julia Davy. But she had to get money, had to pay money there.
Yeah.
Because she's the one that say, jump over the wall, kick down the door, rape their family, shoot them, kill them, beat them. Why she going to beat somebody and get some money to pay money there? And they pay the court fees. Yeah. Anyhow, Professor.
Yeah, man.
That's now until later on.
Yeah. Dwayne, welcome.
Good night, Professor Wall Street.
Good night. How are you?
So Julia Davy had to pay almost $500,000.
Yeah. Let me get it for you. Yeah. She had to pay.
She too far, but she mouth. You know the man is the fourth richest person in Trinidad. She mouth. You understand? I want the PNM will help her pay that bill, Mr. Wall Street.
What? How she pay what? Help she pay what? What? Is it pay them, you know?
You understand?
Pay what?
Let me see where she got the money to pay. Let me see where she got enough money to pay. Because the Privy Council order it, the Privy Council say, you know, that she was wrong.
No, that wasn't the Privy Council. No, that wasn't the Privy Council. No, that wasn't the Privy. She can take it to the Privy Council now. She can take it to the Privy Council. Yeah, no. Yeah. That ruling was in Trinidad. You go put it up now. It was in Trinidad.
All right,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, man.
All right. Well, she got to pay though.
Yeah. Thank you. So, folks, here it is. And listener, you if who sing that thing? She don't want to sing any party, something like that. So, folks, listen to it.
Energy Minister Dr. Rudal Munilal has won a major step in his lawsuit against columnist and talk show host Juliet Davey for defamation of character. The appeal court on Monday confirmed an earlier decision that said Davey and the now defunct TNT Mirror newspaper had defamed Munilal. However, Davey still has the right to take her case to the Privy Council in London, England, which is this country's highest court for appeal. The appeal court panel, comprising Justices Prakash Musai, Vashayist Kokaram, and Eleanor Donaldson Honeywell, agreed with the previous High Court ruling that Davey and the newspaper should pay Munilal $475,000 in damages and $69,000 in legal costs. Further to that, Davey has now been ordered to pay an additional $46,000 for the appeal itself. Munilal was represented by senior counsel Larry Lala and
Tommy.
That's not Davy in that picture.
Yeah, that's she. Yeah,
How come she looks different?
Yeah. Tommy, I staying away from that. Yeah, Tommy, you know, that's why we say we originate, we don't imitate. We bring out the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Because if we bring the truth, right, and you want to sue somebody on the truth, no problem, there we go. You understand? But if you want to lambaste and slander people, you should suffer the consequences. Whatever those consequences are. Yeah. Defender, I will take you. You're inside.
Blessed night, Uncle Tommy and Wall Street.
Yeah.
Look at you, Defender.
Who Munilal was represented by Larry Lala? You see him, Larry Lala.
But this case was going on long time, you know. This case was going on long time.
It's going on a long time, but same PM Larry Lala. Yeah, I thought Uncle Tommy and Wall Street.
Yeah. Yes. Let me finish listening, folks. Because we almost at the top of the hour. Take a listen, buddy.
Taruna Mangru, while Davey was represented by Michael Kwamina, South Carolina, and Gitanjali Gopi Singh. The lawsuit arose over 2 articles Davey had written in the TNT Mirror in 2016. In those articles, she claimed Munilal had become rich through corruption, pointing to an online list that said he was the 4th wealthiest person in Trinidad and Tobago with an estimated personal wealth of $2.58 billion. However, she was unable to produce any evidence to prove her allegations. In his initial ruling, Justice Robin Muhammad had rejected Davey's defense, stating that the articles, when read in context, undeniably prompted the average reader to question whether Munilal, who had denied owning extravagant property, was involved in criminal activities due to his alleged unexplained wealth. Munilal had testified during the trial that the republication of this false information that was first published on social media had caused severe and lasting harm to his professional reputation and deep personal distress. While acknowledging the importance of freedom of speech, Justice Muhammad had criticized Davey for failing to verify the accuracy of the online list before publishing her columns, emphasizing the professional responsibility of journalists to fact-check. In its decision, the Court of Appeal solidified the High Court's findings across the key...
Tommy, you hear it?
Yep.
Journalists to fact-check. Fact-check. Let me take this call. Orlando, welcome. Orlando, turn on your computer, Orlando.
Okay. It's Wall Street.
How are you?
Hold on a second. It's not my computer, my television.
Yeah, turn on your TV. Turn on your 86-inch TV. Turn on your 86-inch television. Go ahead.
Yeah. Wall Street, I was watching an article and some tapes on YouTube about Oprah Winfrey. And she, whatever they call, whatever reporting or whatever she comments on, the Kenyan people need to listen to Oprah Winfrey and talk about the India and the Prime Minister, what he can do to Trinidad and what he's doing to BRICS. We live in America and here we have to be nervous of that.
You're breaking up, Orlando, you're breaking up.
Stop complaining and talking.
Go ahead.
Yes, stop complaining and making us and especially Nizam Mohammed, that stupid idiot Muslim guy. Go into the opera, go listen to she and listen to she comment. She makes wonderful points very clearly. And that is a woman, when she talks, she knows what she is saying. So Tom, me, the PNM people, my friend, and you're doing a great job. You guys have a wonderful day, a wonderful afternoon, and I listen to your program all the time. I live in Orlando, so I keep watching it. Thanks again, Walsh.
Yeah, man, bless.
Thank you for listening.
Bless, thank you for listening. Let's continue to listen. Yeah, what I say? Fact check. PNM activists, them don't fact check nothing. Don't forget about the PNM. Them don't fact check nothing either. You remember when David Manning in here? Brian Manning said Trinidad and Tobago had one of the lowest property tax in the Western Hemisphere. Tell me, remember that?
Yep.
He just go in the parliament and just throw it up on the wall. The spaghetti theory. Go in the parliament, throw it up on the wall because you know you could say anything in the parliament and hope it stick. But Brian, all your tired girl licks. Look, the West Indies lose against Australia. Oh God.
Yep.
Only licks, all kind of licks. They lose to Australia. Well, let me continue listening to this. Let me finish this, folks.
Issues raised in the appeal, providing a detailed explanation for upholding the original judgment. The appellate judges determined that Justice Muhammad had correctly applied the relevant legal tests, including the objective, reasonable reader standard, and was not plainly wrong in concluding that the articles, when viewed in their full context, indeed carried defamatory meanings. They concurred that the articles strongly implied Moonilal had improperly acquired wealth and that Davies' commentary lent undue legitimacy to unfounded rumors without proper qualification or supporting evidence. Furthermore, the Court of Appeal upheld the rejection of Davies' fair comment defense. The judges stressed that her comments were not grounded in proven facts, and there was an absence of evidence to suggest that she genuinely believed the allegations to be true. Crucially, the court reiterated the fundamental legal principle that the republication of a defamatory statement, even if merely citing a rumor, demands proof of the truth of the underlying allegation itself, not simply the existence of the rumor. Regarding the award of damages, the appellate court found the $475,000 to be appropriate and well within the acceptable range for such claims. This amount was considered justifiable, particularly given the severe nature of the unsubstantiated allegations and their profound impact on a prominent public figure like Moonilal. In dismissing the appeal, the Court of Appeal underscored the vital need for responsible public discourse, even in the highly charged arena of political commentary. The Express reached out to Moonilal yesterday afternoon on whether he wished to make any statement on the court victory. Moonilal responded via WhatsApp, stating he was at that time in a meeting. No substantive response was forthcoming up to last night. However, following his first win at the High Court, Moonilal had expressed his profound relief and sense of vindication, reiterating that his financial affairs are consistently monitored by the Integrity Commission and the Financial Intelligence Unit, FIU. making the claims in the articles baseless. He had also alleged that the richest persons list was a politically motivated attack orchestrated by the People's National Movement, PNM, to falsely accuse him of criminality.
And I want to say that is a message to all them other PNM activists. Or you go ahead and make all kind of false statement. Go ahead, man. Make all kind of false statement because you know they don't fact check nothing. Them don't fact check nothing. Or they go ahead and make statements. Or they go end up just like that. Yeah? Or they want to pay the piper. That's what they say, Tommy, pay the piper.
That's
Pay
right.
the piper. That have a calypso so too, right? Pay the piper. Pay, eh?
No, pay the devil.
Have a calypso. That too, Tommy. Yeah, that's what the PNM was doing too, paying the devil. Yeah.
Yep.
Pay the devil, pay the devil. Yeah, yeah. That's a good song. That's a good song. I thought it was Pay the Piper, yes? Venture, good night to you. Yeah, Mr. Florida, welcome. Mr. Florida, boy, yeah, Orlando want to step in your place, boy. Yeah.
Yeah, but he step in, but I like what everybody to watch it. They spread the word. I want the whole Orlando to watch. So, so good evening, Mr. Hansen.
Yeah, man.
Good evening to all the callers on Texas.
Thank you.
Happy Saturday on this Tuesday through a God grace. Mr. Hansen, Julia, we go play that easy. She just had a gun vibe. Boy Hines, he go hold a raffle.
You sure you had to hold a barbecue?
Yeah, they all yeah, back. Listen, the UNC game with our ghost gangs, you know. You know that?
No, but remember you say you hold a raffle for some cars and you get how much? $50 million?
Yeah, okay.
Julie, check your boy Hines, he go help you.
Yeah, bless. All right.
You see, you just teach everybody fact check and fair talk.
I tell them fact check.
This pastor you're talking about.
He's the next one.
You know when wheels ready? Yeah, you know when wheels ready to die, they'll come to shore. So you go ahead. All right.
Bless. Keep on call back. Yeah. Yeah, Tommy. This Tommy, I don't understand. But you see, I am glad that the people are taking them to task for their misleading information. Don't forget to know all you. Don't forget to know. Yeah, I'm proud. Go ahead.
I stand with my political leader and honorable Prime Minister, Ms. Kamala Prasad SC.
Yeah.
And Professor and Uncle Tommy, you see when you Google anything, you'll find that when they was talking about EMBCD, right? And when a judge didn't know that she family is a judge from the board. But then again, they say that it's still the contents, but the mafia, where the mafia contractor quoting from the Google search that the Google search say that they still have the mafia ring going that they investigated, but the mafia ring had win a $225 million contract settlement in the court because they were owing the contractor the money and he went it to the court. So if the contractor, right, they had it shut down everything and the payment would hold it because they say it was investigated. But he went to court, tried, and the PNM and the search engine passed the Google search engine, right, was misleading. And otherwise, the next thing I know too, the Tobago airport. They say it's coming in on time. The airport is within budget and within time, right? And you know, it's 2 years. The delay plus $160 million, $16 million, cost overrun, and the airport they finish yet. And they run to open plaque. So you see the credibility of them fellas and them. I want to say it on your show. And the next one who get the lawsuit is because of them and the followers make the PNM loss because the OPI are the PNM supporters because it was going nowhere, but somewhere it went, the money. So have a good night.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Good night to you.
Just before we go for the break, you remember they open the what was that? What part of the Port of Spain General Hospital was again the practical opening?
Some block.
What just?
Some block or something.
Some block in the Port of Spain General and block. It was a practical opening. Eh? Then they run to Tobago. Another practical opening. Just before we go for the break, listen, this Central Block. Thank you. Caribbean Soul, thank you. Central Block. Folks, just before we go for the break,
that the PNM has found itself in, as the gentleman would have said rightly. Dr. Eric Williams, many years ago, said that every single member of the PNM is a propagandist of the PNM. And one of the first things I will do as your new chairman is to ensure that the propagandists of the PNM must be deployed on every nook and every cranny of this country, and we will chase them away on social media, and that the gospel of the PNM must be known to every single citizen of this country.
Folks, we'll be right back. Stick and stay. It's in the village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Walsheet, and you. We'll be right back. Don't go nowhere.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
Welcome to WZYE TV 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. And on Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. on Let's Talk Politics. Like, share and subscribe to keep up to date with reality affecting your life, and as we always say, we bring the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
You're tuned to WZYE, the heartbeat of unfiltered truth. We're more than a station, we're a movement, grounded in facts, driven by integrity, committed to progress. We don't chase headlines, we create them. Decoding politics and current affairs to question power, not cozy up to it. From Laventille to Scarborough, whether you're in your living room or your commute, this is where perspectives collide, divides dissolve, and tomorrow's conversations start today. WZYE, we originate, not imitate.
Fire! 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 Fire!
And of course, we are back with you. It's in the village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Walsheet, and you. I already see our guests is already in the background. You know, I see TAMEIKA and XHAIDEN looking splendiferous, of course. Yeah, right. Of course, it's in the village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Walsheet, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. Don't forget, folks, as soon as you get in, share the live. WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook, WZYE TV and YouTube. Let me take this quick call before we go. Mr. Sandra Cruz, I've taken a quick call before we go to our guest. Go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, you hear you.
Hi. Sorry about that. Good night on Wall Street, Uncle Tommy, and to everybody out there. You see, PNM have a very, very serious problem with fact-checking things, right? And you see how they're paying for it today? Almost $591,000 plus interest that she has to pay. And somebody, we were just chatting there, if she will go to the Privy Council, PNM ain't going to take help her to go to the Privy Council. And I hope that teach her lesson, especially now with that new show that she has. You see how she's raking up all kind of old nonsense and putting it there, right? Things are way back when, hoping that Penny will get into office. Penny ain't getting nowhere. And not that propaganda. You see how we talk about propaganda? And I'm glad that Uncle Tommy raised that issue tonight about what Krishna Islam said. Because according to him and the dictionary of the Bali say, propaganda according to the PNM is a good thing. It's a good thing. And you know, it didn't stop there, you know, with them. because they were putting up this massive house. They were putting up, they've got a picture of this massive house and spreading it. Somebody's talk show hosting them that was Monilal house. They went in front of people's house. The people had to put a stop to them. That street when a certain individual come here and say what Mikey was doing to Brother Blues, and it was a big lie, right? It was Brother Blues. It was Mikey and them who was helping Brother Blues. They were vexed because Mikey and the PNM was doing to Brother Blues and demanded them have a wheelchair. And Wall Street,
Yeah.
I was also a victim of that propaganda. You hear? Talking about I get box ring contract, and TAMEIKA was the one that spread it. Sorry. That I got box ring contracts and I did substandard work and I stole the money. Imagine that. And they did not check it. They did not want to know what was the truth. All they know, they were hearing propaganda and they started spreading it like butter.
I'm
right?
Santa
And
Cruz.
You see today, you see, yeah?
We want to go to our guests. Let me go to the guests. All right? Thanks a lot.
All right, okay.
Okay, bye-bye. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So, folks, I don't want to keep our guests waiting no longer. Let me bring TAMEIKA and XHAIDEN Darius to In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. I'm going to put them there on the screen.
Wow.
Yeah? TAMEIKA and XHAIDEN. TAMEIKA, how you going?
I am fine, thanks. Good afternoon, evening.
Good afternoon,
Good
XHAIDEN.
evening. Good evening.
What is this story, little man? I could call you little man?
Yeah.
What is this story, little man? Yeah, man. You know, TAMEIKA, first of all, I have to say hello to your mother. Is Angela, right?
Yes.
And to your Aunt Judith, right?
Yes.
So I have been told, XHAIDEN, I have been told that your grandmother, right, is an avid listener to this program.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, XHAIDEN, how you know that? How you know that?
She does be watching it every single day.
What?
Wow. Tell her we said thanks a whole lot.
Yeah, tell her we say thank you so much, man. We really know it. It's like, you know, we have these people that listen to us, and we really don't know that that's listen. But XHAIDEN, before I go, I brought up a little history about you. I wanted to do I like to do homework. So I do a little homework, a little homework about you. So let me read it. XHAIDEN Darius is a medical wonder. And TAMEIKA, correct me if I'm wrong, eh?
Uh-huh.
All right? Correct me. Doctor said he will never walk, but the young entertainer has survived medical expectation to become an entertainer par excellence at just 8 years old. Currently about 9 years. He's a student at Savonetta Primary School in Couva, Central Trinidad.
Yeah, no, actually Savonetta Private School is in Vista Bella.
Oh, private school in Vista Bella. All right. I get about 90% right. Right? Then where you go give me there? You give me what? A A, a B, a C. Where you go give me that one?
A minus.
Oh!
He's already a professor.
I get A minus. But listen, all right, I'm going again, TAMEIKA. You are the correct one, eh? TAMEIKA, there is something about the 2023 Calypso Queen.
Yes.
That right?
Yes, correct.
Tell me a little bit about that 2023 Calypso Queen, TAMEIKA Darius. But well, tell me a little bit about that.
Yes, so I won the National Calypso Queen in 2023 with a song penned by Brian London called Now More Than Ever. Basically, now more than ever, we as a nation need to come together.
All right.
So you're a queen and you're also a young kingmaker.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Yeah.
And Mr. XHAIDEN, all congratulations to you too, sir.
Thank you.
So, XHAIDEN, also, you were the 2025 Junior Calypso King?
Yes.
But you're saying that like you want to say yes. All right. Tell us what other accomplishment that you have made. Tell us what other successful things you have made just in 2025. Just tell us about 2025.
Well, I also won the Junior Chutney Soca Monarch and the South Junior Calypso Monarch.
Okay. What about the primary school? Did you participate?
Well, it's very nice and it has a lot of supervision and I like that.
You're talking about competition.
Okay.
Oh, competition! Oh!
Yes, competition. So the South Junior Calypso Monarchy won the primary school category and also the school's intellectual national Chutney Soca Monarch.
Yes,
primary school category.
Okay, good, wonderful. So, Mom,
yes,
there's been. Listen, I saw Xhaiden in the airport, and the first one to greet one of the top 3 prime ministers in the world. Xhaiden, well, I wish I was you. I wish I was you.
I too.
And when I see it, I say, well, when I saw it, right, I said, well, wait now, that is Xhaiden Darius. You know what I mean? I said, well, wait. I said, Xhaiden, boy, you're rich, boy. You're rich.
Better than me.
Yeah. So Xhaiden, but before we go, Mom,
yes,
just give us a little background as to how this thing came together, how it came together.
The meeting the prime minister.
Yeah. How did the process start? Just give us a little background.
I got a phone call from the Ministry of Foreign and CARICOM Affairs, and well, they had contacted his school first, so he actually knew before me. Yes, he knew before me, and then they contacted me to confirm that he would be there, and the rest is history.
And that is it. And and at the end of the day, we have to say that these type of decisions, yes, this is me now,
Yeah.
that yes, the foreign affairs will have to make it, but at the end of the day, the final decision, I think, rests with the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Mrs. Kamala Persad-Bissessar.
Yeah.
Would you agree with me?
Absolutely.
Right. So this kind of thing, TAMEIKA, well, let me go to Xhaiden. Xhaiden, tell us how you felt when you hear that you were going to do that and when it actually happened. Tell us how you felt. What type of feeling went through your mind and, how you feel?
Well, as I said in that interview, after that, I was very blown away and I felt very honored to represent my country.
Wow. And I felt honored too, I mean,
I too.
Yeah. It was a real good showing.
Yeah, and you did. Xhaiden, how old are you?
I am 9 years old currently.
Will you show your 9, boy?
Some people they say I look like 30.
You look like 13. When I listened to the interview that you had, right? And I'm looking at it and I'm saying, but wait now, boy. I said, boy, TAMEIKA did a splendiferous job, boy.
Yep, she has to take a big bow.
Thank you.
TAMEIKA, you have to take a bow. TAMEIKA, as a parent, tell us how do you feel about Xhaiden and the things that he has done and he has accomplished at a ripe young age of 9 years old.
Listen, I am overwhelmed, especially last Thursday. I was overwhelmed with pride, not just pride, but also gratitude, because I mean, it's not every day that a child gets to represent the country at such a high level. And to see my son recognized in that way, it was really, really humbling. I felt thankful that his hard work and positive spirits were being seen and celebrated. And for me, it was a reminder of how important it is to support and guide your children, because opportunities like this could inspire them and others to keep striving for success.
You know,
it was a really humbling experience.
Even though it was very positive and uplifting, there were people who had negative comments. What do you say to them?
Well, I believe that, everybody, I understand that people will have different views when they see something in the public eye. But I can honestly say that there was no negative intention behind that moment, right? And as Zayden's mother, I was proud of how he carried himself with grace and respect. And I believe it's more important to focus on the positive. I mean, a young boy was given a rare opportunity to represent his country and meet a world leader. And to me, that is what truly matters. And that is what I really hope people will remember.
Excellent response.
Yeah, TAMEIKA, I'm just gonna hit on this once and then we're gonna leave it.
Yeah.
People want to make this out to be a race issue. And race for politics. And block Jaden ears for a little bit. PNM politics. Right? Right? All right, you can let go now.
Right.
Right? That type of politics, it's unacceptable, because here we have a young man at 9 years of age.
Yes.
Getting to meet a top 3 world leader, and he's a young black man. He's a young, black, intelligent young man. Before we should be celebrating, maybe we should have a Xaiden Darius Day.
Let's find out when is your birthday?
April 18th.
Wait. Stop. You April 18th?
Yes. Same day with Lord Kitchener.
Yes.
Wait, I'm April 20. You nah. This ain't right. Listen. And Mrs. Kamala Prasad says April 22nd.
Oh.
Yes.
Do you see all the connection? But Zayden, you're the top of the top. You know what I mean? You're the top of the top. And
yes.
So Zayden, I know you play pan too.
Yes, I recently started.
Say that again?
I recently started.
What? So, what next? How you just get all this time to do all these things? Where does getting time from? Where does getting time from? Tell me.
Well, I have a schedule that I just follow every day.
That's great.
So your time management. We talk about time management.
Balance.
Correct is right. Because I teach principles of business management. And one of the important things is time management.
Time management.
And time management is very, very important. I will like the people of Trinidad and Tobago to celebrate this occasion. And
I wish they would.
Say that again?
I said I wish they would.
Yes, celebrate, Xaiden Darius as a young, dynamic, splendiferous, tremendiferous, marvelous, splentacular, splentastic, wonderfulicious, fantabulous young man. Then I'm going to send them word for you. I'm going to send them for you, as a person who is doing all these positive things in Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes.
And was given this opportunity. And the man shined. The man, it was like,
Yes.
And he did it. Zayden, were you nervous?
No, I was actually very excited.
If it was me, I'd be a little nervous, but you're not a little shakes or nothing, boy? Nothing?
No. Just believe in yourself. That's what I have to do.
Wow. Interesting, man.
The young man is king ready.
Well, TAMEIKA, I'm not surprised. He's April 18th. I'm April 20. Kamala Prasad is April 22nd. And listen to this, Zayden, I have a quote that I tell people, right? Don't let my confidence interfere with your insecurity.
Yes.
Amen.
Right. Don't let my confidence interfere with your insecurity, because you know it are plenty insecure people, eh?
Yes.
And plenty of them are adults too, eh? Plenty of adults.
Yes.
But I'm not going to get into what party they're from or anything like that. I will stay out of that.
That is it. But I would remind him every day. Stand tall, speak clearly, and let nothing and no one intimidate you.
Okay.
Absolutely.
You know, Tamika,
Oh.
I'm going to take this call because this is a person who introduced you to us.
Okay.
Diana, welcome.
Good evening, good night.
Good
Hello.
Good evening. Good evening.
I take that call, Diana, because I know you were the one that introduced us to Tamika and Zayden.
Yeah, how you doing? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hi, the power couple. Hi, Zayden.
Hi.
You know what this is?
Yes.
Yeah, when I went, they came to the function I was at the Paris Sweet Hotel. Let me tell you something, the answer. The little lad there, the young man, put so much kisses on me. I said, my mother never kissed me so much. My father never kissed me so much. But Zayn just took the opportunity. He was all over me. You know what I tell you? But he was respectful, though, you know? And it felt so nice being loved on by a lovely little child like him. And you know, I just wish, Jaden, I wish you all the best in everything you do. And I want you to go as far as Jehovah has ordained it and destined for you to go. And I said, let's play the pan too. Nah,
Yes.
are you?
Which band you play?
So I'm so proud of you. It's like you are
You
my
want to know
own and you're doing well. But we will link up and with your
2 weeks ago, you know.
Go ahead.
I see you just started 2 weeks
Yeah.
ago.
Okay. So
Yeah.
which range he prefers? The tenor?
Eternal.
It's a
Okay.
nice pan. All right, Diana. Thank you so much, Diana.
You're welcome. I'll be in touch, Andy.
Okay.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
Bye.
You know, Tamika, how you get the name Nandi?
That's my middle name that I didn't like all the time, and my family forced it. They call me it until I get to like it more than my first name.
So Angela, how you get?
Because I'm a queen.
Oh, Nandi's a queen.
Yes.
Yeah. So listen, we are so proud that Zayden, and you know the thing about it, boy, Zayden, we are very humble people, you know. You know, all of we, April 18, April 20. We just do things like, and just we continue to reach and reach.
Exactly.
You know, it's like, you know, I accomplished this. All right, what's next?
What's next? Yeah.
What's next? And it's the same exact thing I just do. Now, Zayden, you may not know, right? So I'm a runner. I've established 20 world records. 20 world records.
Oh.
20 world records. And just as you inspiring to do other things, I'm inspiring to get to 24.
Oh. Wow.
So we can see that don't care what people try to do, Zayden, they can't hold you down.
Yes, they can't hold me down. Because I don't know the one.
They can't. Right? Somebody had a song. Who sing this one? Ain't no stopping us now. Who sing that?
McFadden and Whitehead.
Who?
McFadden and Whitehead.
Oh, McFadden and Whitehead. I just only know this song in my head from a long time ago. Ain't no stopping us now. So ain't no stopping us now, Zayden. But Zayden,
okay.
You know, looking at you, you don't look like a person who was just on a tarmac to greet a prime minister for the first one. Zayden, the thing is, you was the first person in Trinidad and Tobago to greet the Prime Minister of India.
What?
Yes, you were.
I did not know that.
Of course. You were the first one. You didn't know that?
No.
Or you didn't look at it from that perspective?
No. I didn't really look at it like that.
But yeah,
I was too excited.
This will go down in history as Zayden Darius was the first person on the land in Trinidad and Tobago to greet the Prime Minister of India.
India.
Yes.
You understand? And what we have to say at the end of the day, I am saying this, not you or your mother. I want to personally thank the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Kamala Prasad Besessa, for making such an event happen. And all the naysayers who want to say all kind of thing, all kind of googly guck, right? We ain't listening to them, right? We let them go through the right ear and come out the middle ear and then pass through the left ear.
Yes.
Yeah. So Tamika, tell us how you truly feel about this accomplishment. I mean, it's so much accomplishment there, but I think this is one of the bigger accomplishments. Zayden, would you say that? Would you say this is one of your biggest accomplishments?
Yes, I would say it's one of my biggest accomplishments. Probably my actual biggest one.
I feel like it was my biggest accomplishment too.
It was. It absolutely was.
I didn't get to go on the tarmac, but I mean,
I'm looking at the fact that TAMEIKA is equally responsible for everything.
Yeah.
So Tamika, I'm gonna sidetrack a little bit. Tamika, you was telling me you just do a little kind of wig and thing. You think you could fix me up? You think?
Looking nice.
You think she could fix me up? What do you think?
I think so.
And you do a Rasta wig for me?
Of course, not a problem at all.
But Tamika, I know there's a little side thing you just do. Talk a little bit about that. We gotta talk a little bit about that too. Go ahead, talk a little bit about
So I do African hair braiding, and I make and sell wigs. All different types of wigs. The hottest seller is the Afro wigs. Bring one of the Afro wigs. The black.
The Afro wig.
Yes. Leave it on the mannequin, Zayden. Yes.
You see, Tamika, you.
The Afro wig. So look at have a nice lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Impressive. So wait now, you gotta kind of fix it up and everything?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Make it from scratch.
So you what to do, Tamika? How could someone get in contact with you if they need a little fix up?
So I am on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok as Braid It by Nandi.
Say it again.
Braid It by Nandi.
Okay, hold on. Let me do this real quick. Braid It
by Nandi.
Yes. Let me do this. Let me do something here real quick.
Braided by Nandi.
Braided by Nandi. All right, hold on. I do something here. Braid It.
What part of Trinidad you're located?
In San Fernando.
San Fernando.
Yes.
Righty.
And what is the number? Is that a number?
493-997.
Wait. That's a man. Right, Nandi. Nandi. 493
9977.
9977. So Braid It by Nandi.
Yes.
493 9977.
493 9977. All right. So folks, it's on the screen. Braided by Nandi. Right? 493 9977. You know, do quick thing here, you know. You
leave out it.
What's that?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I could correct that. I no problem. You could braid by Nandi too, you know. Hold on, let me fix that real quick there. Braid It by Nandi. Braid It. One word? Or two?
Sorry, no, 2 words.
2 words. All right, 2 words. Let me go. Let me do the 2 words. All right. There we go. Is it there?
Yep.
Braided by Nandi.
Correct.
So Zayden, just now you starting your own little business too?
Yes, I actually want to start a printing company.
Wow.
What type of printing you want to do?
Like screen printing.
Oh, screen printing.
Okay.
I had a transfer business where I used to do
Oh.
transfer.
Heat transfer.
I used to do transfers. Yeah, I used to go to a place, buy my own transfers. I used to come up with the different designs and buy the transfers and things. And I used to
Okay.
do transfers. And I used to go all over United States and sell Labor Day and
Wow.
Miami Carnival and all this kind of thing.
Ooh.
You know. So Tamika, I am happy that we put to rest
I really hope we did.
the race issue.
Mm-hmm.
We put that to rest because look how happy Jaden is. Look how look how happy Jaden is. Jaden laughing. The man said Jaden, little man said I the top of the top. The creme de la creme. The penthouse. All the things they have accomplished. So Jaden, how's school going? How's school going?
It's going very well. Just finished test.
Finished test?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. So listen, Jaden, is there anything you would like to say to the people of Trinidad and Tobago and to the world, regarding this momentous occasion for you and what you would like people to know?
Well, no matter what nobody says, just be you, stand up tall, and work hard so you would get big opportunities like that.
Let me do this for you. Let me do this. Stay right there. Let me do this. Yeah. Jaden, this is especially for you. Take this.
Yes.
Yeah, a round of applause for that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We have to definitely give you a round of applause for that. Hold on, yeah?
Was are we gonna allow the audience to call in with any comments or questions?
I ain't really want to take no calls now, to be honest with you. You understand? I rather we just we stay in one direction, a positive direction. Jaden is happy with what happened. There was no inkling of any type of race stuff, what I am saying. Right? And because you agreeing or you
I totally agree.
Yeah, and we ain't going down that road at all because this was an occasion. Look how happy Jaden is. Jaden, when I come to Trinidad, you think you might be able to teach me to play tenor. I used to play bass, long time, bass.
Well, yeah, I could teach you how to play some tenor.
Yeah. What about to sing a little calypso, a little soca or something?
I could definitely teach you that.
Maybe somebody go write a calypso for me. You know what I mean? But then I'll go be competing against you, Zane. I feel like
I might be one writing the calypso for you.
Eh? Who
I might
writing
be
it?
one writing the calypso for you.
He said he might be of course he wants to.
Again, that fella. Oh God, I forget your name yet. No. He does write calypso for the other person. I ain't going to call his name. So, Zayden, do you have any interest in writing your own calypsos as you go forward?
Well, yes, I've just been making up some songs to sing, and they sound very nice.
So, how long does it take to put a song together, a calypso? How long does it take to put a song together?
It usually takes some days, but for me, it takes weeks.
Weeks?
Because the song is very long.
Or like 8 minutes, 9 minutes?
Around there.
Yeah. But when you're singing in them calypso, them competition, don't they have like, Tamika, don't they have like a limit of 7, 8 minutes or something like that?
Not for the juniors.
Not for the juniors?
No.
For the seniors only.
Oh, okay. Look, I learned something new. So you could
Yeah.
you could go a little 10 minutes.
I hope they don't introduce that anytime soon. Yeah, I mean, we don't really do long songs anymore. His calypso was 3 verses.
Yeah.
We do, yeah, we stopped doing 4 verses calypso. So his song was just a little over 5 minutes.
Yeah, like 5:35.
Yeah.
What about soca, Zayden? What about soca?
Well, I placed third in the National Junior Soca Winner.
Okay. Well, you is everything, boy? You know,
Yeah.
I had to ask this question already, but I want to ask it again. Then where do you really find the time to do all of this, boy? I know your mother make a schedule for you and all kind of thing. I mean, you had to sleep too, you know.
We just find the time, man, and he gets sufficient rest.
Eh?
Yes.
Sometimes when I dreaming, it's me singing.
Now, listen now. You have any time for any sport?
Yes, I actually play football.
Where you don't get the time from? You play football too?
Yes.
Hey, Tamika, boy, Tamika, I give you a congratulations, and you did a marvelous job there, you know, Tamika.
Thank
Oh,
you.
yeah, somebody just sent me a message. Jaden, any extempo? People say extempo.
Yes, for our first concert, which was last year, November 2024, I had an extempo battle with Brian London, and I would say I won.
Yeah. You know, that sound like a April 18, boy. That sound like a April 18. Yeah, I just say the same thing when I in competition. I win that. I win. Yeah, of course I win. Yeah.
Yes, I win that.
So, listener, let me see if anybody have any question in the chat. Hold on,
All right.
Let me just see if anybody have any question in the chat. Tamika, they go. Oh, look your mother in the chat, you know. Tamika. Yeah. Look. Angela say, Tamika, they go back. Yeah. Hey, you see that?
That's okay.
It's a family affair, you know. Miss Angela, I don't know call you by your name. Miss Angela, I was told that you listen to you as a loyal listener to WZYE 95.9 FM in the village. And we want to thank you so very kindly. I want to say
We truly appreciate you.
I appreciate
Yeah, you can't have a conversation between 7 and 9.
Wait now, you hear that, Tommy? No conversation,
Yeah,
boy.
no conversation.
Yeah. But Tamika, your
Yeah.
mother have done a splendiferous job.
Yes.
And you have passed on that splendiferous job to Zayden. You know,
Thank
and
you.
we here are so proud of Zayden and what you have accomplished and is going to accomplish in the future as well.
Thank
Janino Star.
Yeah. The what it ever song what the thing now start? There's some kind of song.
Tambu, Janino Star.
I feel you're trying to sing the parag now start to the parag now start.
Tamika, nice to you know. Tamika and Jada, you won't believe this, eh? I am good at messing up songs. Very good. It's a good thing Tommy just here to help me. You know, I just miss out words and all kind of thing, and very bad at pronouncing people's name as well.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
I was once an aspiring musician.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? Something, Tamika, before we go, there was a person here that said that what happened was window dressing. I want you to address that.
What? I thought we passed that.
All right.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, Let's end on a positive,
Yeah.
positive note.
Correct is right. Correct. Hey, listen.
Yeah, I said I wish that people would remember the positive side of it.
Yeah. Zayden, look where your grandmother right. Look on the screen.
It's small.
Why she spell my name wrong?
She just put a lot of N's.
Mommy, she spelled my name with an E.
I can see it.
XHAIDEN.
Wait now, who's that? Yeah. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if there's any more in here. Quick. Oh. Zayden, look, somebody say, Zayden, sing a little thing now. Hold on. Let me see what again. Hold on. Yes, Susan Lalchan says well deserved. Yeah.
Thank you.
S-West says, I used to tell my son that first child of God, then he can do anything he desire, put his mind to, doesn't matter color, skin, or race.
Yes.
Yep.
Amen.
Correct is right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, Caribbean Soul, 9 years. 9 years. Yeah. Okay, let me see. Okay. Braided by Nandi. Yeah. That is the only thing. Yeah, we put that back up there real quick. Braided by Nandi. Yeah, that is it. So Tamika, I want to thank you so much for taking the time. And before I go, let me send another wall out because we originate, we don't imitate. It's a wall out. Sentence Wall Street, wall out. Not a shout out, a wall out. Let me send a wall out to Angela and Judith. Right? Some loyal listeners.
Yeah, they're locked on.
Yes.
Locked on.
Zayden, one question for him before he leaves.
Okay.
I realize that your focus is calypso. Do you have any aspirations to go soca?
Well, I'm not really a night person, and most soca times will be in the night, but I really like the vibe of it, so I might.
Okay. All right. And I know you're young yet. There's a lot of time for you to make your mind up.
Yeah.
But you're doing a good job with the calypso because calypso has to be kept alive also.
Mm-hmm.
So Tamika,
And I thank you.
Oh.
Look, Tamika, your mother said, me too. Something answer something.
Somebody say
Somebody say something. Let me see what somebody said. Hold on,
they follow both of us.
Yeah. So Monica Ramke soon said Jaden Darius. Well, don't worry, we actually spell the name Jaden. Brilliant. Keep your feet on the ground and reach for the stars. Yeah.
Thank you.
He will be the first to pay tribute as youngest ambassador of Trinidad and Tobago to PM.
Yes, I will.
Yes, correct. Yeah. Okay, someone said, okay. Diana says, I admire how you mean grounded.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like that comment.
And I have to thank the school that he attends to.
Yeah.
They play a great part in his upbringing.
And the school is a private school, right, Tamika?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So let me end on a positive. Zayden, are you a celebrity in your school?
The answer is yes.
I'll say so, yes.
No question, the answer is going to be yes.
I am a celebrity in his school too.
I would imagine so too.
Yes.
Your team, mother and son.
Yes.
Somebody just says, congratulations to you, Zayden.
You could see that.
Zayden, he was also a footballer. He was the most prettiest footballer on the field. Somebody say he was the most prettiest footballer, Zayden. No, not on the screen. Somebody just sent my text.
Oh, okay.
Are you sure?
Oh.
You're pretty on the field? You just
Good.
pass with a flair?
What position you plays? What position you play?
I play defense and attack.
An attack.
Okay.
You know, somebody says, do you mind sharing a verse?
Of.
I don't know.
Okay.
All right. So the person says, you're shining so bright already, and you're only 9. Keep dreaming big, keep working hard, and never stop believing.
I will.
Thank you.
There we go.
So I know school has closed or just about ready to be closed for you. What's your plan for the summer, for the August holidays?
Well, I have to travel to Anguilla and Grenada to be a guest at the Junior Calypso Monarch.
All right. You're on your way. Congratulations. I hope mom goes with you.
Of course.
Of course, she has to be there.
Okay.
Another person says, Fanan says, we are all very appreciative of your showmanship. Noting your age again, thank you.
You're welcome.
You had orange football boots?
Had.
Huh?
Had. Yeah.
Because somebody is saying that he had the best looking orange football. He had the best looking orange football boots.
Yes.
He had an orange boots?
Yes. He had one. He had an orange boots. Yeah.
Which he has outgrown by now.
Yes.
So, TAMEIKA and Jaden, TAMEIKA,
Uh-huh.
I would like to give you the first word and then give Jaden the last word. Right? Anything you want to say to the people out there?
I as
Yeah.
we stay positive, right?
Yes,
So I would say to other parents to always encourage your children to be themselves, right? But guide them with love, patience, and by example. Teach them to be respectful by showing respect in your own actions, right? And help them to set goals and remind them that hard work, kindness, and humility go hand in hand with success. And also listen to them. Really, really, really listen and give them the confidence to speak up and dream big. At least that is what works for us.
Jaden, you had the last word. You
Well,
getting the last word.
my advice to all the children out there is to stay positive, stay strong, stand up to all the people, and then listen to your parents, of course, and then you'll achieve your goals. Well, that's how I achieved this goal.
Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Jaden, congratulations. And TAMEIKA, thank you so very kindly for making this happen. We really appreciate it.
Most welcome. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
It's a pleasure. It's a great pleasure.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Have a good
Bye-bye.
night.
God bless you too. Yeah, very positive.
That's what it is, man.
Yep.
You know? And the sad thing to me is that people want to make this out into something that is not.
Well, we know how Trinidad works.
Okay. And someone said that Mrs. Kamala, the Prime Minister, was the first one to greet the Prime Minister. And Zayden was the first one from the entourage. in order to greet the Prime Minister. So thanks for that correction. Yeah. So Tommy, you know, I mean, I was so happy when this thing happened, and you know, Prime Minister Kamala Persad made a momentous occasion like this happen, and the PNM, the wicked, evil black PNM people, yeah, the wicked, evil black PNM people, all they don't like all yourself, you know, all they don't like all yourself, all you can see nothing gonna happen for black people, and all you like it.
You see, what happens is that the partisan behavior has created myopia.
I'm using too much. Anyway, I just use them big words too for them too. Yeah.
Yeah, let them look up the meaning of it.
Yeah. It's like you know, they are accustomed to being under the PNM and nothing gonna happen for black people. Nothing gonna happen for black people.
Just keep their minds small and their thoughts in the gutter.
Correct is right. The UNC come into power, and all of a sudden, from the beginning, things started happening for black people. The Attorney General, right? We know what them same black people who got nothing under the PNM. Well, all you look at the boards, or then see what happening with the boards. Look what they do to XHAIDEN. All kind of excuse these poor black disadvantaged people looking for. All they don't like nothing good. All they ain't getting nothing good under the PNM. When all they getting good thing under the UNC, all they don't know what to do now.
They don't like themselves.
They hate themselves.
They don't like themselves.
And Tommy, I tell you, you see that pastor with the internet search engine, boy? I wonder how he does sleep at night, boy. Seriously. I wonder, Tommy. I just wonder.
Well,
no, I'm just wondering. I am saying black PNM supporters, Dr. Claude Anderson says, any race that's taught to hate itself will become its own oppressor. Let me repeat that. Dr. Claude Anderson stated, any race that's taught to hate itself and love others will become its own oppressors. And that is what the PNM have done to the black supporters, many of the black supporters who support them. And when they see good things happening for black people, they don't know what to do. All they can come out is try to criticize and turn it into race. Tommy, you know, I'm going to take this call. COP, welcome.
Professor Wall Street, good night to you.
Good night.
And good night to you, Uncle Tommy.
Good night, sir.
The mother and son that just come off the screen. Because I know they might be home listening over there too. That young boy was great. Yeah. That young boy is a well brought up young boy home. He's a well brought up young boy home. I hear you using some hypothetical words. And you know this 9-year-old boy understanding the words. This 9-year-old boy understanding the words. And you can see the face reaction. Take 10 out of 10, young boy. And you continue doing what you're doing. Yeah. You continue doing what you're doing. But I think Wall Street. I wish the mother would have answered the question about all the people I'm trying to flip the story. I wish she would have answered that part. But she wanted to be positive, and that is what guides she home. That thinking is what guides she home and guides she trends. I respect you for that.
Yeah.
I think the word black to classify them PNM people, them it's too beautiful to you to classify them as black. I will say blank. I will stop using the word black towards them. It's too beautiful. And start to use the word blank. those blank PNM supporters of them that don't have no vision. You see how intelligent the young African boys and African mothers and then is insulted. You see how intelligent they are? That is the avenue that the PNM should create in the East-West corridor. And Lavanti and Digo Martin and Carnage and thing, they deny the people and them that 65 and 70% of the children in those areas, and especially in the PNM areas of them, fail everything. And you see that lady here on the screen there, our Prime Minister? I don't mind if the government put resources, especially in those PNM areas and them, and assist them and help them develop those communities and them. Change the colonial thinking from the parents and them by giving them opportunity, giving the children and them opportunity, fixing the schools in them areas and them, develop the community, fix everything that you need, put in the infrastructure that will motivate and inspire and encourage the youths and them in them areas, and especially the blank areas of them in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. And in about 5 years, 10 years time, focus on the little children and them that coming up in those areas and them. I don't mind if you have to spend half of your budget in those areas and them, because those areas and them need that attention. And next thing I want to ask you, Wall Street, that Juju Love story, she did appeal that case and come and lost that case just recently.
Yeah, she appealed it and she lost it. And the next step now is the Privy Council. The last step is the Privy Council. That's the last step.
So right now she have at least $500,000.
Well, it's between her and the TNT Mirror. It's between her and the TNT Mirror.
Munilalo, she lost the one with Munilalo.
Yeah, she lost it. So it's between her and
she owing.
Yeah, she owe Munilalo.
Oh Lord. Doc, I pity any girl. Oh God, Doc, I pity a little bit. They don't have that money.
COP.
They don't have that money.
COP.
Doc, I pity a little bit.
COP.
Yeah.
When you're going to Guyal, your car, what does your car play mass? Want to play mass and Fred powder?
True.
Eh?
Professor Walsh.
If you're going in the Guyal, if you want to go in the Guyal, you have to be ready for whatever happens in the Guyal.
You'd expect boy.
Me, you see me. When we was in the Guyal.
It's boy in the Guyal. Boy.
When I said have empathy.
COP. When you're in the Guyal, it's boy.
To forgive. Yes, it's boy. But this not the guy. It's bamboo again.
Nah. Them ain't getting no bamboo. Them ain't getting no bamboo. Them getting gova whip.
I understand.
So gova whip.
Let me say Wall Street. I know Julia Davy Farmouth.
COP, put on that glass, please. Put on that glass. Whatever glass you have in your hand, put it on.
No.
Put on that glass.
I wouldn't like to see she make a jailer. I wouldn't like to see her make a jailer.
No, not to make no.
Really
I'm not saying she make no jail, but COP, all of us have consequences for our actions.
Yes, it have consequences.
And you cannot have actions without consequences. Yeah? Because when you are doing things to mislead the people, look what the pastor with the internet search engine do to the 9-year-old, try to do to the 9-year-old boy. You see what he tried to do?
The community, they quite telling you the community, he had to watch what he's saying. He had to watch what he saying. Let me tell you something. It's 550, and I know he go take on this clip and he go try to play it. It's 550 activists monitoring you. When you tell yourself you have 500 PNM people them listening to you, it's not 500 PNM people listening to you. It's 500 activists listening for your mistakes. Watch your mouth and watch what you're saying. Because I really wouldn't like to see you blank person make a jail. I wouldn't like to see you blank person make a jail to watch what you're saying. Give the government the opportunity. Give them the respect. The one election. And it's not even 3 months yet. All you are attacking them as if they're doing anything wrong and they do nothing wrong yet. They even pass a budget. They may even pass a budget. Watch yourself. I must say it. Watch yourself on Google. Watch yourself. Watch what you're saying and what are you trying to belittle people and lying to minister. You remember when they say the minister didn't call you?
Yeah.
That was a lie.
You remember that?
That was a lie.
And the minister tell him that they should hold on. Hold on. When they was talking about the boards. You understand?
And he lied about the minister on air. That is a crime. But it's a petty crime. You only have to pay $300-400 for that.
You think he could pay that?
They will bypass that, but they will build it up. But don't take too long. Good night, Wall Street.
Yeah, man. Bless. You think he could pay that? $200-300.
Top of the hour.
So, folks, we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, I have an editorial I want to play for you all when we come back. You all have to listen to this editorial. This editorial tells it all, right? We'll be right back. Stick and stay. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. Stick and stay. We'll be right back.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
Back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Don't forget, folks, when you get in, share the live, WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. Subscribe, WZYE TV on YouTube. And you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Also at 973-609-6509, 973-609-6509. And don't forget, share the live, share that live. We need to get those numbers up. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
So, folks, here's the editorial. I want you all to listen to this.
The shameless hypocrisy of Penelope Beckles, a political leader without moral authority. An editorial by Professor Wall Street. Opposition leader Penelope Week Beckles has once again demonstrated the depths of political shamelessness in her recent criticism of the United National Congress, UNC government's handling of crime. Her audacious condemnation of a government that has been in office for less than 3 months reveals a staggering lack of self-awareness and moral authority that should embarrass any serious political leader. Beckles' attempt to paint the UNC as ineffective on crime while conveniently ignoring her own party's catastrophic decade-long failure represents the worst kind of political opportunism. Her statements are not just hypocritical, they are an insult to the intelligence of the Trinidad and Tobago electorate and a disgraceful rewriting of recent history. Here are 10 reasons why Beckles' crime criticism is shameless. 1. Historical amnesia of epic proportions. Beckles speaks as if the People's National Movement, PNM, inherited a crime-free paradise in 2015. The reality is that under PNM leadership from 2015 to April 28, 2025, Trinidad and Tobago recorded 3 of the highest murder rates in its entire history. To criticize a 3-month-old government while ignoring a decade of failure requires a level of audacity that borders on the absurd. 2. The mathematics of moral bankruptcy. Simple arithmetic exposes Beckles' shamelessness. The PNM had 10 years to address crime, while the UNC has had less than 90 days. Expecting miraculous crime reduction in 3 months while excusing a decade of escalating violence demonstrates either profound mathematical illiteracy or deliberate intellectual dishonesty. 3. Selective memory on crime statistics.
During the PNM's tenure, murder rates soared to unprecedented levels, yet Beckles now acts as if crime is a new phenomenon that began on April 28, 2025. This selective amnesia is not just politically convenient. It's an insult to the families of the thousands of victims who died during the PNM's watch. 4. The audacity of immediate blame. Beckles expects the UNC to solve in 3 months what her party failed to address in a decade. This unrealistic timeline reveals either a fundamental misunderstanding of how governance works or a calculated attempt to mislead the public about the complexity of crime reduction. 5. Ignoring systemic PNM failures. The crime surge under the PNM wasn't a temporary spike. It was a systematic failure of leadership, policy, and implementation. Beckles' criticism ignores the deep-rooted problems in police effectiveness, judicial efficiency, and crime prevention that festered under PNM rule. 6. Hypocrisy on political accountability. Beckles demands immediate accountability from a 3-month-old government while never adequately explaining her party's decade-long failure. This double standard reveals a leader more interested in political point scoring than genuine crime reduction. 7. Deflection from internal party chaos. Instead of addressing the massive internal problems plaguing the PNM, Beckles chooses to attack the UNC on crime. This deflection strategy suggests a leader unable to manage her own party's affairs, let alone provide credible opposition on national issues. 8. The weakness of the weak leadership. Beckles' nickname Weak appears increasingly apt as she demonstrates an inability to engage in substantive policy critique. Her crime criticism lacks depth, nuance, or constructive alternatives, hallmarks of weak political leadership. 9. Disrespect for crime victims. By using crime as a political football so soon after losing power, Beckles shows callous disregard for the victims of violence. Her opportunistic approach trivializes the suffering of those affected by the crime wave that escalated under her party's rule. 10. The shamelessness of historical revision. Perhaps most shamefully, Beckles attempts to rewrite history by implying that crime criticism of the PNM was unfair, while claiming such criticism of the UNC is justified. This revisionist approach to recent history demonstrates a level of shamelessness that undermines any credibility she might claim as opposition leader. The path forward. Beckles would serve Trinidad and Tobago better by focusing on fixing the significant internal problems within the PNM rather than launching premature attacks on a government still settling into office. Her criticism of the UNC's crime approach might carry weight if it came from a leader whose party had demonstrated competence in this area. Instead, it comes from someone whose party presided over some of the most violent years in the nation's history. The people of Trinidad and Tobago deserve better than this shameless political theater. They deserve an opposition leader who can provide constructive criticism based on genuine policy alternatives, not hollow attacks designed to deflect from past failures. Until Beckles can demonstrate this level of maturity and self-awareness, her crime criticism will remain what it is today. The desperate attempts of a weak leader trying to distract from her party's decade of failure. The moral authority to criticize must be earned through demonstrated competence and honest self-reflection. Beckles has shown neither, making her crime criticism not just shameless, but irrelevant to the serious task of making Trinidad and Tobago safer for all its citizens. In conclusion, Penelope Beckles' shameless attack on the UNC government's crime record represents everything wrong with Trinidad and Tobago's political discourse. Her willingness to ignore a decade of PNM failures while condemning a 3-month-old administration reveals a leader more concerned with political survival than national progress. The citizens of Trinidad and Tobago face real security challenges that require serious leadership, not theatrical deflection. They need an opposition that offers credible alternatives and honest assessments, not revisionist history and opportunistic attacks. Beckles' current approach does nothing to advance crime reduction and everything to undermine public confidence in political leadership. No wonder many people in Trinidad and Tobago have nicknamed her Weak Penny. Her shameless deflection tactics and inability to provide substantive leadership have earned her this unflattering moniker. Until the PNM can honestly confront its own record and offer genuine solutions rather than hollow criticism, it will remain irrelevant to the national conversation on crime. The people deserve better than this shameless political theater. They deserve leaders who prioritize national security over partisan point scoring. Beckles must choose: continue down this path of shameless hypocrisy, or demonstrate the maturity and self-reflection necessary to provide constructive opposition. Her current trajectory suggests she has already made her choice, and it is not one that serves the best interests of Trinidad and Tobago. The shameless.
So there you have it, folks. Weak Penny. Yeah. Penny's weak. Yeah. Somebody want to remix the thing to Bye Bye Penny. Yeah. Weak Penny. No doubt about it. You understand? You want to come and talk about crime less than 3 months? You only had 10 years, Weak Penny. 10 years. 10 years.
The worst part of the equation is those who are buying the junk that they're spewing.
Well, I understand. Let me take this call. Comrade, welcome.
Good night, Uncle Tommy. Good night, Wall Street.
Good night.
Same to you, my brother.
Properly and well done, Professor Wall Street. I must say that you did Penny justice. You really built her up there. You see, in our currency, remember, pennies became worthless to the extent that I understand that when the Silks were sharing in the PNM cabinet, she actually reclused herself. And now she's the leader of that party. And I dare say, and I want to believe strongly, Rowley's still pulling the strings in that party. And Penny is just a puppet. And his hand, well, I don't know how the hand passing to go to work the mouth, but you get the kind of impression that I want to paint. And simply said that, I feel that value for money, opposition leader salary, we're not getting value for money from her, So I think that the next step for the parliament under this government is the right to recall. Remember that piece of legislation they promised?
Yeah.
And it never came to fruition?
Yep.
I think Penny may be one of the first people to be recalled by her constituents, having regard to the condition of her constituency and her very poor showing and her contributions in the parliament thus far. She is nothing more than an embarrassment to those people. I say good night to you, gentlemen. Have a wonderful afternoon.
Thank you.
Thank you. He made a point that Rowley is still pulling the strings, and I want to believe that he is correct, because somewhere recently I saw where he was tapping himself on the back for doing a splendiferous job. That's what he thinks he's done, which is anything but true. I don't know if you agree with me or you disagree with me.
To be honest with you, I feel that no, I don't think Rowley's still pulling the strings. I think Marvelous Marva, Faris Alawari, is Alawari, Faris Alawari, right? Them rest of fellas pulling penny strings, pulling weak penny strings. Them pulling the strings. Them is who have penny like a puppet. And Scotland. But look at the match. Scotland was out big out front. Oh, let me go down so. And Penny right behind. All right, let me go. Let me take this call. Caller, welcome.
Yeah, Professor Wall Street, good night. Professor Wall Street, good night. Uncle Tommy, good night.
Same to you.
Professor,
Same to
you know, yesterday I did that video and I sent you, I don't know if it's possible, I sent you a video with stats and it's a 3 minute 23 seconds and it just buttresses what or embellish what you say about the PNM. Actually, the PNM has to realize that it's not even 3 months, Professor. Is the UNC took power on the 1st of May, I believe, because the election was on 4/28, and Stuart Young was still Prime Minister, I think, until May 1st. So it's actually 2 months and less than a week. So it's not even 3 months. And then for Mrs. Penny Beckles, as the Penny Commission, to come and raise this matter within not even two and a half months, just shows that they just have intellectual and to some extent morally bankrupt. Because for Ms. Beckles to be saying that the UNC is heartless and all of that, and then to come with this, it just shows that they don't have any ideas. They don't have any formative ideas. For 5 years and even more, right? They've changed how many national security you had. You had the guy who went to Venezuela, the brigadier. Then you put Stuart Young. Then you put the most disastrous national security minister ever, arrogant, doesn't have any ideas. Fitzgerald Hines. And then for them, after 2 months and less than 1 week, you're going to come to that. It just shows that they don't have anything. So, Professor, we'll close with that. If it's possible, it's 3 minutes, 23 seconds. It will show the statistics from when the PNM came in power. What was the crime statistics? Murders. When UNC came in, how it fell. When PNM returned, how it increased. And I'm sure, as much as they want to decry Roger Alexander about his speech, and you're hearing all these prognosticators talking about how we ain't good and all of that, they will get the job done. They will get the job done. So have a good night. And, disappointment, what you will say about Miss Penny, she has to come better than that, because if they continue with that, they will be in opposition for a very long time, and deservedly so. Have a good night, Professor Walsh. Have a good night, Uncle Tommy, and everyone. Good night, sir.
you. Same to you, sir.
Folks, let me play a voice note here. It doesn't even. Don't you have any voice notes?
I didn't check. Let me check.
Again, yes, thankful to God for the village. For in this village, you get a little of everything. You get some good, you get some bad, you get some ugly. But my name is Gordon Bernard Maloney. Still, that ain't changing. People has gone pay their little money and change your name. I going down with that. Yeah. Couple of points I will throw in on the table. One, I want to commend the Prime Minister. I, Gordon Bernard Maloney the first, want to commend our Prime Minister for what I heard, what I read concerning the alcohol. Yeah. Because it hurts my heart, especially coming from a scenario to see what that spirit did to my father. All right, thank God he was able to pull it back before he passed. But there are plenty of them. It pulled them down. It pulled them down and out. So I endorse that, and I look forward to seeing more things that I will describe as positive. Positive. Yeah. All right. Of course, it still hurts to see what the CPEC people had to go through, because I mean there's so much university degree people there and people there with all kinds of learning, that you want to tell me they couldn't come up with, look, listen, let's pull in the contractors, deal with the contractors. It shouldn't be no collateral damage for the people. You understand? I mean, we've been there before, no? But collateral damage when they lock up all these people, black people, and then they get a set of money. All right? But I'm saying, don't think it's too late. We can pull in the contractors, and if there is corruption and if there's malfeasance, I am saying, like all the country lovers, deal with them. Anybody who wants to do those things, the legal things, deal with them. But don't only deal with one set now. Don't only deal with one set now. We still have 34 million outstanding. We still have 400 million outstanding. I ain't nothing about that, but I'm listening. I'm listening. All right? Anybody who wants to do those things, deal with them. I agree with that. After that, we talk. Since of course I had just talk, and then nothing. No, but again, they go have the 6.5 dealing with that and figure, yeah, we're going somewhere. And let's see how it go. Yeah, I'm on duty, but I'm listening.
Let's see what Bitcoin has to say. Let's see what Bitcoin has to say.
Yeah, go ahead.
Good night, Professor Wall Street and Uncle Tommy. And I congratulate Miss Nandi and young XHAIDEN. And I congratulate you both on an interview well done, right? Young man has a bright future ahead of him, and that is all he can see at this moment in time. Not this dirty, stinking race that these individuals trying to perpetrate on the young child. Especially that big, nasty man like that fake pastor. Or the wicked boy. Or the wicked all this stuff. I know you watching this video, because you like to macko you. I hope you make something and come right by it. Because he have no credentials at all and no integrity. Just like his leader and the rest of them. What Marvin say? Spread propaganda. Well, all the propaganda go fall flat back on the face. All the wickedness that they're doing. Failure all the way. All of this sort of PNM. Have a good day, Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street.
Same to you.
This is one time, Professor Wall Street and Uncle Tommy, I disagree with COP. Why? Because this woman was working for a newspaper, right? And if she did fact check what she was saying before she opened up, she mouth and put whatever, or put printed whatever, she would not be in any position today. People just have chances and choices to make, but they see what they want to see and do what they want to do. That's why when they get in trouble, they look for damn that, because they stand by what they put, right? So don't feel sorry for somebody who went and do the wrong thing, and several times she's been doing that. Gladiator sue her, right? And then she get run out of the radio station because of something she said about Frank Passard, and she get in trouble for that. So they're looking for the trouble. She have a history of that. Don't blame nobody but herself for that. Let she take she music. Let she take what she gets in she back pocket now. You can't feel sorry for people who doing things like that. They want to stand behind the PNM, let the PNM help them. Their hands and all of them form a raffle for she. But she get away from Gladiator. She had to blame close to $1 million. But not this time at all. Molina go take she and take everything from she that she have. Let she deal with that. Have a good day, gentlemen.
Have any more?
No, that's it for now.
Okay, let me play two here.
Good night, Uncle Tommy and Wall Street, and to everybody out there. It was really nice seeing XHAIDEN and his mom here tonight. It was really nice. Anyway, Penelope Becker's weak belly Penelope Becker's coming to ask about the crime situation. She forgot when both Rowley and Behinds said it was not their job to keep the citizens safe. She didn't have mouth then. Why she didn't open her mouth then and say something? When Rowley had all the answers to the crime situation, she didn't have mouth and they failed miserably. But you coming to ask this government about the crime situation? How many days will 80-day-old government? She has no shame. And the next one that has no shame is Gatsby Dolly. Her nasty behavior on that platform is much to be desired. Coming from a former Minister of Education. No wonder we see our children getting on like that. Like real hyenas in the African jungle. You gone after Barry Padarathan telling him he's not a mother? He didn't make a child? But your husband is not a mother, but he's a father? And so is Amy Brown and Marvin Gonzalez and the rest of them. What that have to do with anything? And we have a single fathers association. But I want to ask her, all the people that lost their jobs under the PNM government, all the men, were they not fathers? Didn't they feel hurt and pain that they couldn't provide for their children? So how all of a sudden now, CPAP workers, well, they didn't get fired. They were laid off for a time, and they were given a month's salary. Did you all do that for the petroleum workers and Karen the Greens and all of them? How many people there were single fathers and knew what it was like not to put a meal on the table for their children? But you see, all you're desperate, all you're getting real desperate now. But all you sit down, pat all yourself down, and listen, watch and see how a government should be, not what all he was doing to the people. Not what all he was doing. These people really have no stinking shame. Thanks a lot.
Let me read this one.
Hold on. I want next one.
And Uncle Tommy and to everybody out there. I want to ask a question. Why didn't the Prime Minister to his Antigua ask Kit Rowley for that money that the partnership governments, he said the partnership government had OPEC or something, so I stand to be corrected. Because I find it was so much a go baraka, I even remember what it was. You said she made a promise that she was the Prime Minister of the partnership government, and you waited 10 years to come and ask her back for the money. Look, man, Hall, yes, Hall. And you see how it was revealed last night. How many more contractors were struck off the register and were still getting contracts? And then Penny want proof of corruption. How come she not saying anything about it? How come? No, but you're coming to talk about spreading propaganda and who vindictive and who evil. We will sure to have more to come. And I must congratulate them on that meeting last night. People talking about, oh, elections finished. If they're still campaigning, no. Now it's informative time. They're coming to tell us what they have done for the past 2 months or so. And if all they don't like it, all they know what to do. There is a knob there that they can take off. Thanks a lot.
Go ahead, Tommy.
Good night, Wall Street and Uncle Tommy. I'm proud of this young man and also of his mom, who is so inspirational in his life. He sounds so mature and very professional. Great interview. Kenny J.I.
Thank you.
Alrighty.
John Fitzgerald says, Wall Street and Uncle Tommy, thanks for hosting two awesome people. They bring hope to many families in TNT. Thank you, John Fitzgerald. That's what we do here. That's what we do here. Let me see. Dave Hope said he had the best looking orange boots ever. Congratulations to you, Zayden. Yeah, Zayden. Man is April 18, boy.
My daughter is April 8th.
Yeah, I mean. Don Alexander says good night to Professor Warshit, Uncle Tom, and all viewers who are locked on. Yeah. So, folks.
I have one more voicemail that came in.
All right, take it.
Yeah. Well, all who want to plant apple and grapes in Santa Cruz, I am not going to stop you. I will just hope that you get through. Yeah, I hope you get through. You sit down there and wait for government to protect you. Sit down there and wait for police, yeah, to protect you. I love to watch a little boxing. And the referee in the ring, you know. But one of the last lines you don't hear from him, one of is protect yourself at all times. Think.
Okay, that's the end of it.
Okay, VS says little Darius is a sweetheart. Oh, that was before that. So, folks, this is what listen to the how the PNM dealt with CPEP. Listen to this.
Fighting for the poor people. They didn't represent no poor person, you know. They were representing the $7 million contractor. Typical PNM style. They were not representing the worker. They were representing the who? The contractor, the $7 million man. And then I saw some other documents come up and so on. So you would have seen that they say they're going to file more cases and more cases. Well, I want to tell you all something tonight because we do our homework. We have very good lawyers in the United National Congress, and I'm sure you all agree. Because a simple search in the company's registry could tell you that the company called Stephen Samuel Contractors did not file annual returns for the year 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, and collecting government money. They were in breach of the law, and that was the company that those fellas were representing. I think.
You hear that? Just imagine that, Tommy.
Yep.
Can you imagine that? This is CPEP, you know. This is CPEP. Oh, Tommy, I want the people to remind us. What's the purpose of CPEP? What's the purpose of CPEP? Folks, holy calls. Let's finish with this video. What is the purpose of CPEP? Hey, Tommy, what was the purpose of CPEP? It started under Patrick Manning, right? What was the purpose?
To help poor people.
Okay.
I think those on record were Larry Lala. I don't know if that fella even win a raffle in his life. Then you have Sinclair O'Neill and Curry Marcel. Those fellas filed a case against a company that was struck out. But it gets worse. Today I asked for a report from the Ministry of Legal Affairs. Of the total 326 companies that are contractors with the CPEP, I can tell you tonight that 32 of those companies were struck off from the registry.
You hear that? 32, Tommy. 32 of those companies.
Was struck off the registry.
Of the registry. Like, the PNM don't do no fact check. They don't do no fact check.
They don't do the due diligence.
Exactly. It's like when they brought Hafet to Trinidad.
Right.
To Trinidad. They're dealing with all these corrupted companies. Right? They didn't even know these 32 companies were struck off the list. They didn't even know. Well, maybe they didn't care. I don't think they didn't care. I think they didn't care. They didn't care.
32. And one company was not even found on the registry. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine that? Heads must roll at CPEP. Heads must roll. And when you think that is enough, it gets even worse. I have in my possession, brothers and sisters, the list of all of the CPEP contractors. The list of all of the 326 CPEP contractors. And all you want to bring case, I want to give them a warning tonight. All you want to bring case, you are going to open up a can of worms. Because tonight I want to share some names with you all. I have no parliamentary privilege. But tonight I want to share some names. There's one particular company called Kudos Cleaning Maintenance Company Limited. They were given the contract on the 1st of March 2023, and the contract ends on the 28th of April 2029.
Tommy, them fellas playing,
Yes.
them playing sports with CPEP. They're playing sports, they give people long-term contract.
Yep.
You get a long-term contract in CPEP, right? They're playing sport.
6 years.
Contract. 6-year contract. Yeah, 6-year contract. So that contract guaranteed, you know, as far as they're concerned. Yeah? That's paying them voter bank. The election financing. You understand?
Lock you in.
They get a 6-year contract. Now, I went in the company's registry and pull up to find out who is the owner of this company. The company is called what? Kudos Cleaning Maintenance Company Limited. A person who has beneficial ownership in this company is one Nigel Wayne Cotter. I wonder if this is the same PNM councillor in the San Fernando City Corporation.
Nigel.
Nigel, boy. Nigel,
Yeah.
call your name, boy. Call your name. Boy.
So what poor people are representing? Is this a PNM councillor that was given a CPEP contract through his company? Let me go again. I want to ask Faris if you know a fella called, I get the fella name correct, Peter Michael Lakis. A company called Arian Marketing and Contracting. I want to ask if Faris know this fella, because this company was given a contract on the 10th of October 2022, and it will expire on the 9th of October 2029.
7 years.
A 7-year contract, them fellas there, you know. You have nothing to worry about, because if you get contract year after year, you gain. Whether you work, you don't work, whether you're a ghost gang, you're not a ghost gang, you're good to go. PNM corruption. Listen. PNM corruption.
7 years. 7 years. Tonight I want to ask Faris if you know Peter Lakis. This man have a company in Bevan Street, Lesser 4, West San Fernando. I think that was your former constituency after you were defeated by Dr. Dowlat. And then it have a next company called Marishaw Maintenance Services Limited.
Sure.
You all know Marishaw, the San Fernando West Posse? All you know who is that?
Yeah.
Is that a PNM activist? Is Jamila Marishaw a former PNM candidate? Well, I want to tell you, she got a contract too under her company. So tonight, my brothers and sisters, and her contract was given on the 31st of March 2023 and will expire on the 30th of March 2029.
6-year contract, Tommy. Tommy contract sharing like peas, boy.
Yep.
6 and 7, boy.
You and I didn't get.
Why?
So you understand, when they go on the media and they say they're representing poor people, you see who they're representing? Friends, family, financiers, and PNM activists and councillors. This is what was taking place at the CPEP company. Heads will roll. We are here to protect the public's interest, and we are protecting the public's interest. That is what we will do. That is what we will do. And let me tell you, Marishaw Company got struck out on the 9th of January 2025. Look at right here.
See? Think it easy. Mr. Intellectual, welcome.
Blessed evening to Uncle T and everybody on the chat.
Blessed evening.
Same to you. Same to you.
Very interesting. And we fire the workers, eh? Is the government that fire the workers and am I?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, the government fire the workers. That's what they say.
Who's supposed to get the workers and them?
Contractor.
Who does normally get the workers and them?
The contractor.
The contractor, right?
Yeah.
So Mr. Maloney and them agree that the contractors and them should face the brunt of the burden if they're in the wrong.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Why he don't ask the contractor and them for it to continue paying the poor people and them who's suffering, who they're suffering out of the millions that they were collecting? Why they don't continue employing them? Seeing that they have so much money put away, the contractors and them. So why they don't do that? But forgive me for not congratulating the young man and his mother for the fantastic interview that they had with you.
Yeah.
And the experience that he purported to have, seeing that he met the Prime Minister of the largest democracy in the world. For those who questioning where the man's father is, they should question where their father was. I want them to know that if we look beneath the surface, we're going to see character, forthrightness, growth, maturity, stick-to-itiveness, everything that an individual is supposed to have being successful.
Yep, the good stuff that is made of.
Is made of every single ingredient that is necessary for success. And that could only come from the parenting that she had.
Yep.
And she's passing it on to her son.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever want to question about the father, if have a father, a single fathers association, go ask them. Let them figure it out.
You know, Mr. Intellectual, really and truly, I saw the comment, and I am starting to understand, boy, that fella elevator doesn't go all the way up to the first floor. You understand? Because the kind of comments he does make, I don't really think he does think before he does talk, or he does think before he does type, or he does. I just don't think so. I just think he does just figure out, all right, something come to my brain, I just put it out there without really thinking. And he has done it. This is the third time he has done something like that. You see a young lady who have been splendid. I mean, a 9-year-old young man has been raised to be unbelievable. And that is what you had to ask? That is your question? No, you, his question?
The important thing is, Professor, is that the child has accepted that kind of responsibility, right? And keep on doing what he is doing with not just a la blanche kind of way, it's with par excellence.
Yeah.
You could see the confidence in the young man when he said that, oh, I am now playing pan. And if you want, I could teach you. You know, the comments that he made shows a level of competence. I am seeing this young man in the future. He could be on the next prime minister, president, or
whatever you want to be.
a next educator or something. Nobody didn't even think about the kind of positive impact that these kind of opportunities resonate with young people, right? Especially in the Black community. If we hear our children in those depressed communities have opportunities, they would not go in a negative direction because they have things to fulfill their needs and their expectations. And the reason why I advocate for the laptop program. It's things that help people see a future ahead of them, that they could look at things differently and see, yes, I have opportunities there for me so that I could do things. I don't have to go the normal route that everybody else is taking because it hasn't profit us anything. I'm very appreciative for you telling me the other day, don't go down that road with our friend.
Yeah, it don't make no sense.
But sometimes when I see the kind of comments,
I know, I understand. Yeah.
I understand the dilemma that they are in. You know, and my comments is not out of vindictiveness or anything as such. You know, it's just being aware of situations and having a background knowledge in those kind of avenues that my comments and come from. I don't talk off the top of my head. I make comments because of the knowledge that I have, some of the things that I've experienced, and if I don't have no understanding of something, you will find me asking a question. But if you find me asking certain questions, know that I don't have the information, you know. I'm asking for the education of other people. You understand?
Yep.
So that people would know and they would come to a clear understanding, because sometimes I may say something and people may not get it, but if I ask a question and somebody else answer the question, the information might be more readily available to them than I looking to explain something or a situation to someone, you know? And the reason why you would find me normally asking questions instead of making a carte blanche comment.
Let me take this next call here, Mr. Intellectual.
Sure, no
Thank you.
problem. Have
All
a
right,
blessed night,
Bless.
gentlemen.
Good night,
Reporter.
Yeah, my brother, good night, brother Tommy and Mr. Wall Street. Good night. Are you hearing me?
Good night to you.
Loud and clear.
Yeah, man. We gotta come in and I see you had a clipping up with brother Saddam Hussein.
Yeah.
Really from last night. But I want to say special good night again to that brother. That brother made a statement on the platform yesterday. And I don't want you or brother Tommy and Trinidad and Tobago and all the well-concerned citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, don't forget it, because putting the PNM in opposition, I want the population to remember the PNM is not going to lie down just like that and stay in opposition. Notice what they're doing. Notice what the kind of bacchanal they are creating. But I want to say this, that Monday night meeting, Ms. Kamala Prasad Bissessa, the Attorney General, please, all you keep that up to save this country from the PNM. Keep that up. You have no parliament privilege outside there talking, so you have to come with facts out there. This is different to the parliament. I want to tell you all something. I never leave Trinidad. I always say, in 1990, it's stepping up Trinidad young people, they might remember this, but you elders coming up to the 1990 coup with Yassim Abubakar, the late Yassim and them. The PNM was in opposition in this country. And what was allowed to take place on the ground here with the Jamaat, just for the PNM to get back themselves in position. People of Trinidad and Tobago, we have a democracy. We're going to work with it. We elect a new government. Remember what the PNM is all about. They are all about power. They is all about telling people only PNM could run Trinidad and Tobago. Well, they was running it, but we want people to govern it. And they must govern for all. Brother Wall Street and Brother Tony, I want to thank you tonight for sticking on to the program that take place in this country. Yesterday, notice the leading media houses in Trinidad and Tobago did not make it a priority. I want to thank you and your family and your supporters at your radio station for highlighting Trinidad and Tobago in this time around. People, let us make use of this opportunity and don't allow the PNM to get back in office by no fault. I noticed the youth man who making this statement with the little small man who was on the thing with the plane with the Prime Minister from India. My brother, let me tell you something too. You have to know what to talk and stop looking for kinks in the armor and looking for small things to create kuchar in Trinidad and Tobago, brother. If you love this country, you be careful in what you're trying to put in the public space, brother. Don't try to incite nothing. I hope I come across loud and clear. Good night to Brother Tommy on Wall Street. Are you hearing me?
Thank you, loud and
clear. Thank you, reporter, and good night to you too.
Bless.
Blessings.
Oh, put your closing comments in the chat, plus your closing quotes, and send your closing voice notes. You see, Tommy, I am blaming the PNM for trying to make this issue with XHAIDEN a race issue, where there was none. And the video that the pastor with the internet search engine cut out and put it out into the space, it is sad. Very sad. Yeah, Brooklyn, welcome.
Good night to you, Wall Street. Good night, Uncle Tommy. Good night to the viewers and listeners.
Good night.
I must say a special good night to the young man
who
is showing that we have hope in our young people with good parenting. You don't need to have a mother and a father to raise a child.
You know, Brooklyn. You know, Brooklyn, you know what's sad, boy? What's sad, boy? When you hear a fella talk about the Bible and he talk about the kids and all kind of thing, you see a mother successful and dies your comment, boy?
Wall Street, I'm going to tell you this. You don't, that is not his business. Wall Street, if I have a thing that I grew up in Trinidad, here the old people are talking about a Makome man. This is what I see that man as. Because the young man showing positivity.
Yeah.
The young man showing that in Trinidad and Tobago, he can go anywhere in the world at 9 years and represent.
Correct.
This fella bypass all of that. And he just talk about he children, you know.
Yeah.
He just come on this program and tell you how he children, so this and he children, so that. Right? But this young man father could have passed away. Right? This young man father, you know, it could have been something that could have been close to the family heart. That is not his business.
But
what we're talking about is the success of the young man and the hard work of the family. Whether father there or father is not there, as a big man, that is not his business. But again, he will look for any little avenues to try to bring down this little young African man. But I tell all you already, you know, on this program, there's a place you can find some of the most wickedest and evil people. Because they say God, the real creator, don't live in no church, or you don't have to go to no church to find that creator.
And when Gordon Joseph just come and talk about God and his name is Gordon and all this thing, I want to tell him today that the devil, the wicked, evil, satanic devil, is also a God for people like he, with the mind and the heart like he, the devil, because the Creator sent that devil down to create his own kingdom, and he can have people like Gordon Joseph calling him his God. And that is what I see in that man for the past couple of days coming down the line here. That man is one of the demonic angels of the devil. Yes, they have that too among us. And I see it in him because he didn't see the success and the greatness of this little 9. This boy is 9 years, or maybe in the 50s or 60s. And you want to go so low to ask where is that? Is not your business. And Wall Street, again, this man have nothing positive to bring to this program. Viewers and listeners, have a good night. And Trinidad and Tobago, the more young men we can see grow up like this youth man that could bring positivity and to go and represent our country anywhere in the world. I am proud. And whether he with his granny, whether he with his auntie, whether he was his father alone or his mother, but because of the way he is raised and he is protected and covered, I am proud as a Trinidadian. God, none of his failures to our country. Have a good night.
Thank you. Take a listen to this, folks.
A message from Jamaica Prime Minister Andrew Holness. Yesterday, I had the pleasure of welcoming regional heads to the opening ceremony of CARICOM as we marked the official start of the 49th regular meeting of the Conference of Heads of Government of CARICOM here in Montego Bay. Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, the Honorable Kamala Persad Bissessar, sent warm greetings and noted that her Minister of Foreign and CARICOM Affairs, the Honorable Sean Sobers, would lead the delegation of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago in her stead. It was a pleasure to welcome and engage Mr. Sobers as we look forward to advancing our discussions within the context of CARICOM and the agenda we have set for this meeting.
See, there we go. The Prime Minister of Jamaica. Boy, you know, boy, we people, boy, something wrong with we, you know. Something wrong with we, boy. Something wrong with we. Folks, don't forget, put your closing comments in the chat. Let me see if I can get one.
Come on, Wall Street, where are you?
Hey, Professor Wall Street and Uncle Tommy.
Yeah.
I just want to say very, very quickly, PNM is a dead thing. They're sore losers. Sore losers. Okay?
Yeah, man.
That young man, I thank you for bringing him on the show. Congratulations, man. Keep up the good work. And all of these rotten PNM, the propagandists, the Prime Minister put her plan, some of her plans on last night. You know, talking to the nation, exposing everything.
Yep.
You know, Saddam exposed a lot of them. Good. I'm glad. Those contractors need to be jail. They don't deserve no contracts. The poor people, take it out of their paychecks and pay the poor people. These people are a waste of time. Weak Beckles, all of them. I hear Rowley in the background running him out. He's useless. That's a dead thing. Waste man. I don't want to hear from him.
Yeah,
all right, good night.
Bless. So, folks,
Yes.
thank you.
Good night.
Quickly listen to this, right? Trinidad to overhaul energy products approval to boost oil and gas sector. Listen to this. Listen to this one.
Trinidad to overhaul energy project approvals in bid to boost oil and gas sector. Trinidad and Tobago's newly appointed Energy Minister, Dr. Rudal Munilal, on Wednesday, said the government will launch a national symposium aimed at streamlining the country's energy project approval process in one of the first policy initiatives of the new administration in the sector. Speaking at the Mature Basins Energy Symposium, hosted by the Society of Petroleum Engineers, Munilal said the Ministry of Energy and Energy Industries intends to reduce bureaucratic delays that have long hampered upstream oil and gas development. A study conducted by the Energy Chamber revealed that the approval process for new upstream projects required 33 major approvals from 8 ministries or agencies. Government approvals are required for almost every activity at every stage, from seismic acquisition to exploration drilling to the operationalization of field development plans. Munilal told industry representatives. The symposium, expected to involve all relevant ministries and agencies, will seek feedback from industry stakeholders and generate recommendations to debottleneck approvals and accelerate project development across the energy value chain, he said. Munilal was appointed energy minister in May following the victory of his party in Trinidad and Tobago's general elections. His address on Wednesday marked his first address to the oil and gas sector. Trinidad and Tobago's oil and gas production has been in long-term decline, with natural gas output averaging about 2.5 billion cubic feet per day in 2024. The country's basins are mature, and the government is trying to attract new investment and boost production, particularly in the gas segment. Munilal said the administration remains committed to making Trinidad and Tobago the energy hub of the Caribbean and to improving the ease of doing business in the sector.
You all hear that? That was an article in an oil magazine. An oil magazine, yeah. Talking about Trinidad and Tobago. And we fixing things. They're fixing things. Yeah, they're fixing it. Time to fix things. Folks, we're going to take a quick break. Don't forget, put your closing comments in the chat. Send your closing voice notes and put your closing quotes in the chat. All right, we'll be right back. Stick on stage. In the village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We'll be right back after this. Don't go nowhere.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
We are back with you. It's in the village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. Don't forget, folks, whenever you join us, share the live, WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. Subscribe, WZYE TV and YouTube. And the numbers here are always the same, 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Also, 973-609-6509, 973-609-6509. And don't forget, as the professor says, share the live.
Yeah, Mr. Florida.
Good night, Mr. Hanson. Good night, Mr. Tommy. Good night to all the callers, all the texters, everyone on the line. Happy to see everybody today. I know you guys be safe with your family till we meet Thursday. Mr. Hanson, when I look at that young man at 8 years old and see the focus that young boy have, it amazed me. Because I remember when I was 8 years, I was only waiting till after school to go and play, you know. And the focus that young man have, and it was another thing I sit down here thinking, if you had your academy in Trinidad, how many more opportunities that boy would have get to go international? Young Levantil program, how much more opportunities he would have get to go international?
Yep.
It's started, Thank
you, man.
Thanks.
Boy. Sometimes, Tommy, boy. A man say, Wall Street, you have to help with rebuilding more racial relations between the Indians and the Africans in Trinidad and Tobago. The reason say that, boy? Yeah, boy. COP.
Professor Wall Street,
yeah.
take 10 out of 10. But you know, a time ago, I strolled into YouTube and I see Google programmer. He had Brian Manning on the programmer. And then was boasting that the government extend 4 years contract again on the CPEP. And they're laughing and again kicks off of that. They say all them UNC activists and UNC people them they can't get a CPEP contract because the government give the people them all and extend it for 4 and 5 years and thing. You see what you cause? Google. You see what you cause? The government wasn't studying CPEP. It's the information that all you bring out on air, raise eyebrow and say no, this can happen. Let me go and check. So it's you and Manning, Brian Manning, half the CPEP people them in this turmoil today. Because all they don't know how to hush all your mouth. All they don't know how to see all your brothers and them eating something and stay quiet. All they had was to expose them. And look at what they expose. If you have a company and not registered and you get a government contract, well shit, you know what that is? That is a criminal conduct.
Fraudulent.
Your company not registered and you get government contract.
Yeah.
It right off from the registry,
You think it easy? So
you get
PNM
government
right off
contract.
is a PNM.
Well, they just had to pay the penalty now.
That is it.
And let me just say this one thing before I go.
Yeah.
You see after programs and then when we done battle and radio and thing, you see after programs, I love everybody. I love everybody. Everybody I love. When we done Comedy Guy and we outside, I love everybody. All them PNM people them outside there, Mr. COP, I hate all them. I hate all their actions.
Correct.
And after these programs and them, I love all them. But I hate all their actions. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Yes.
That's it.
You know, Tommy, I just get kind of sad, man. And I getting kind of fed up at the kind of comment that is not productive in certain situations. You know, the person just has to get better. They have to get better. Because it doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make any sense. Wait for my cousin code. That's not where it is. Here it is.
Good morning, God. Today is Tuesday, Father, July 8th. And even before the responsibilities of the day try to steal my peace, I turn to you. I place my heart before your presence, like someone offering what is most precious, because nothing is more important than starting the day with you, Lord. You know everything that awaits me, every step I will take, every challenge I will face. So I ask you, go with me, walk beside me, strengthen my faith, and give me discernment to choose what is right, even when wrong seems easier. Guard my words so I don't hurt anyone. Guard my thoughts so I don't lose myself. Guard my heart so it doesn't harden in the face of pain. Father, I don't know what might happen today, but I know in whom I have trusted. And I know you are a God of surprises, deliverance, and new beginnings. Even when the world says no, your love whispers, I am here. Even when the door closes, your care opens a new path. So I give you everything, my fears, my doubts, my expectations, and my gratitude. Because even on difficult days, I still have reasons to give thanks. The breath of life, the chance to start again, and your love that never fails. On this Tuesday, Father, may your presence be my refuge. May your spirit guide me, and may your will prevail. Help me rest even in the midst of the battle. Help me trust even when I don't understand. Help me love even when it hurts. Take care of me and of those I love. If weariness comes, may I find strength in you. And if joy comes, may I remember to give thanks. Amen. Good morning, God.
From where I sit, this is it. The clock on the wall said that's all I like to say, but I've got to go. Remember, hard work beats talent when talent does not work hard. And for every 60 seconds of anger, you lose 1 minute of happiness. Remember, your circumstances may determine who you are, but you are responsible for who you become. Go ahead, Tommy.
This is my 53rd anniversary of coming to the United States.
Happy anniversary, Tommy boy.
Thank you. This is from King Charles. He says, "We are told constantly that we have to live in the real world, but the real world is within us. Like I always say, you, the man in the mirror, you must become that change that you want to see. However, if you look in the mirror and you don't like what you see, you cannot blame the mirror. Never look down on a person unless you're giving them a hand up. Love you all. Be safe out there. Stay calm, stay cool. And we'll see each other on Thursday, God willing, right here in the village. Good night."
Good night. Tommy, I want to address something real quick. The reason says Wall Street, you have to help with rebuilding race relationship between Indians and Africans in Tobago. You know, Tommy, I made another recommendation to the PNM, the evil, wicked PNM. Because in South Orange, Mayport, we had an organization called the Community Coalition on Race, and I was the vice chairman. And I say, you know what? This would be a good recommendation for Trinidad and Tobago. You know, many things. We sat around the table and we kept it real with many things. And I'm going to tell you guys some of the initiatives that we did that really made a difference in the communities of South Orange and Maplewood. And I made that recommendation, but of course, the PNM don't want to have no coalition on race. They just want to deal with race all the time. The Community Coalition on Race. Or you go online and look it up. It's called the CCR in South Orange and Maplewood. Community Coalition on Race. Right? And that's what we used to sit down around our table and we used to discuss things, how we could better work out some of the difficulties we were facing. And it worked very, very, very well. Very well. And it's still in existence today. So let me go to the chat. Did you ever hear of it?
No, well.
Okay. Hey, look, Miss Atlanta, boy. Miss Atlanta. She's still in the back. She phone yet, no? Diplomacy is the art of telling people to go to hell in such a way that they ask for direction. Hey, Miss Atlanta. Miss
Good
Atlanta.
one.
I hope you get back your phone soon, eh? If you send me a thing, I could talk to your daughter for you. At least I could try. At least I could talk to you. Don Alexander says, Kamala Prasad, our Prime Minister, is a true leader. True leaders understand that leadership is not about them, but about those they serve. It is not about exalting themselves, but about lifting others up. Hey, where is this? Miss Atlanta, how are you? Miss Atlanta, I'll give you 2 minutes. Miss Atlanta. Hello?
I only need 2 minutes. Mr. Wall Street,
Yes.
if you notice, and hello?
Yes, I'm listening. We're listening.
If you notice,
yes,
what I send
yes,
is from my phone. It has been my phone from the time I knew you all the time. It hasn't changed. Just because of the number, it's my phone.
Miss
So
Atlanta.
don't say if I get back my phone.
Miss Atlanta, I
Okay?
could give you your phone for a minute for you to do something and take it back. You know, you know what I'm saying?
In fact, as I said, I wouldn't even ever carry on. I tell you, see the red juice, the redness sometimes comes out. I tell you, you're the banker. It's what I'm not taking. And we have a good day. Have a good night.
All right. Tommy,
Yeah. Yep.
I just said. Anyway, all right. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. Before I get in more trouble. Let me see. I think this is our closing voice note here. I'm gonna make no joke before I get in more trouble.
Not surprising, but very disappointing. But that is normal. You get used to it after a while, you know. Yeah. My closing comments. If you don't understand, I feel it's better you ask a question. I had a comment sometimes, my Chumacan friend, sometimes he will do that. He will say, listen, you said this or you asked that, explain. And I find that is very good. But if you don't understand, don't jump on a horse that ain't moving. You won't be going nowhere. All right? I ask about the father because in most cases, not all, because I have a single parent child, all right? In most cases, as the statistics would show, child or children grow better in most cases. Please mark my word because I know they like to twisting. Well, no, not twist. Spin. All right, drop it on the rough patch to get the ball to deviate, to get the man to out. Yeah, you want him out bad. Yeah, right. So in most cases, that is what happens. They have a certain kind of success, mommy and daddy around. So I don't want to commend mommy alone. I want to commend daddy as well. So if mommy don't want to talk about daddy, then I will not make it a thing. But she said daddy working or whatever. I will send commendation for the both of them based on the fact that it takes more than one to raise a proper child. It could happen with one parent, you know, but it will take a certain kind of effort that is more than normal. Okay? So I don't know what's so hard to understand about that. But then if your tiller dead, that will be the problem. You want the rain to fall up, not down. God night. Don't forget to pray. God answers.
Good night again, Brother Wall Street and Brother Tommy. My closing comment and my closing voice is all about where is Fitzgerald Hines? Where is he? I wonder if he have any contracts and thing in CPEP too as well. I want to know because Mr. Saddam, I heard they speak about country ministers in South. What about any corridor? Give me a feedback now. Blessed. That's my closing comment. Not easy.
Folks, Miss Santa Cruz and Mr. Florida and all you. Don't waste all your time. Sometimes, it'll be sad to say that empty vessels make the most noise. Okay? And if all you could see, Tommy, from TAMEIKA Darius raising a young man, and all you could see is where the father, something had to be wrong with you. Something wrong with you. You see, the comments you make, like the goat comment, like the blood comment, you have been consistently making comments that you shouldn't be making. And you know what you just do? Come back and I want to apologize. You have different type of apologies. Think before you speak or think before you write. That's what you should do. Think before you speak, and before you hit the send button, think about it. Think twice. I'm giving you an advice. And I could give you advice. Yeah? Think before you send it. Okay. Miss Atlanta said the most memorable people in life will be the friends who love you even when you weren't very lovable. Okay. Don't know. I think that's it.
Okay.
Okay. Let me go to the chat quickly. I don't know. I don't know. Closing comments from the chat. Mr. Intellectual said the children we have are not our own. We are just the caretakers. One day we'll have to give an account for how we administrate on their behalf. God richest blessing until Thursday, please God. James Howlett said, instead of saying sorry I'm late, say thanks for waiting. James Howlett says, you will be alone in the most difficult times in your life. These times will make you wise, mature, fearless. Santa Cruz says, no man has a good enough memory to be a successful liar. Abraham Lincoln. Yeah, man. Santa Cruz says, in the end, it is not the years in your life that counts, it's the life in your years. Yeah, that's a good one. That is a good one. Batman closing comment. To Xhaiden, be brave, focus on effort, improvement, and character. We have faith in you. You are the future of our nation. Thank you very much, man, Batman. John says, good night to all in the chat. Cool Runner says, if you have a family that loves you, a few good friends, food on your table, and a roof over your head, you are richer than you think. Full 100. Full 100. Susan Lalchan says, good night, everyone. Let us continue to pray and keep each other in prayer. Keep each other in prayer. And also our PM, KPB, and the UNC be blessed. Yeah. Semantic 62 said, the man who does not read books has no advantage over the one who cannot read them. Mark Twain. Yeah, Mark Twain, there's some good ones, boy. Mr. Intellectual says, it's no strange thing that Satan can change himself into an angel of light. His ministers can change themselves into ministers of righteousness. Patricia Pancho said, God has given us a mouth not to criticize, but for the truth. Blessed night, Walsh, Professor Walshing, and Tommy and everyone. Thank you. Have a pleasant night. Lenora says, have a pleasant night and a good day tomorrow, God willing, until we meet on Thursday night's program tonight, Healthy Upbringing with Xhaiden. That's what we bring here. Jashorda says, good night. Okay. All right, folks. We are out of here. We see you on Thursday, same WZYE. Same WZYE channel. Did you say something now?
I said Thursday.
Thursday, same WZYE time, same WZYE channel. We are out of here. Bye-bye.
When UNC wins, everybody wins. When UNC wins, Trinbago wins. Trinbago wins. Everybody wins. Everybody wins. Tell your neighbor, tell your friend, now is the time to rise and shine. Tell your mother, tell your father, now is the time to decide. If you want leaders who can build, place your ex by the rising sun. If you want leaders who can lead properly, place your ex by the rising sun. On election day, vote UNC. One love, one team, one hope, one dream. On election day, vote UNC. One love, one team, one hope, one dream. When UNC wins, everybody wins. When UNC wins, Trinbago wins. Trinbago wins. Everybody wins. Everybody wins. Vote for peace. Vote for love. Vote for hope. Vote for change. When UNC wins, everybody wins. Bye bye, Rowley. Bye bye. Bye bye, Rowley. Bye bye. We're not voting for you. We tired of the bloodshed, tired of the taxes, tired of the potholes and all the excuses. Tired of no water, tired of stretching at the law, tired of the high grocery bill. No left foot, right foot, again. No more struggle, no more strain, no more pain. We want to see we way, we want a brighter day. No more Rowley again. Bye bye, Rowley, bye bye. Bye bye, Rowley, bye bye. We're not voting for you. We're tired of the bloodshed, tired of the the taxes, tired of the potholes and all the excuses. Tired of no water, tired of stretching a dollar, tired of the high grocery bills. No left foot, right foot, again. No more struggle, no more strain, no more pain. We want to see we way, we want a brighter day. No more rolling again. Bye bye rolling.